for a little bit. Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to tonight's stream. I'm, of course, Samus. Joining me today on The Voice is Beef. Good morning.
Good evening.
Yeah. Evening, morning. I'm awake, damn it. Makes it a pain in the ass.
Good time to you, sir.
That's right. Oh, man. God bless Jeff Seppo. Jeff Seppo always puts a smile on my face whenever I see him on Twitter. I know he's not going to ever watch this. You always make me smile, buddy.
For those of us who don't know who that is,
all he tweeted was "Let's go, Brandon," and I have to say that I'm a big fan of Brandon getting stuff done. Look over there.
I saw a what are those called? A TikTok of a guy at an airport that went up to the counter and had them page for "Let's go," last name Brandon.
Oh, man. Alright. I really don't want to go back and do more of the Maybar stuff. I have 6 keys. I feel like I should go ahead and earn 8. At least have 8 banked.
Alright. The coupon is a free one.
That's true. I could cash that one in too. I don't know. I just figure at some point I want to catch a group that's like doing a little bit higher level and go through again with the experience and see what it's like at second time throughs on some of these things and see if they're worth it. I don't suspect that they are, but as I mentioned before, we added up the math earlier today and it was a little over 2.5 million experience running through these things the first times.
I don't remember precisely, but I want to say they're around 37,000 experience the second time through.
That might, yeah, that's, I don't know. We'll have to look at
like
them,
25 to 35, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
They're not very much XP. They also don't take very much time, so...
Well, that's part of the reason that they rotate, especially like the super quick ones. I forget who it was. I think it was Papa maybe that said that he ended up doing one of them over and over and over again in particular because it just turned out to be so time efficient. I
don't know what it's called, but the one that's the Sharn Syndicate quest. That takes like two minutes, maybe less. It's pretty quick.
Well, they've brought back an updated version of what's the guy in the harbor? The K Haberdasher.
Haberdasher.
Yeah, they brought back a new version of Haberdashers.
That was there before.
Looks like it's even quicker than it was last year, maybe. And it looks like the Coalescence Chamber one is gone this year.
Oh, good. That one took forever.
It did, but that means one of them is like back. We think it's Haberdasher's back. Like it took a break, a year or two maybe, and then it's back this year.
Yeah, that's a lower XP one though.
It is, but it might turn out just to be okay because it's so fast.
Yeah, I just meant if you were going for total XP, you would have preferred the Cold Chamber one.
Oh, probably. So, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if these are going to end up being like a once per Epic Life and done thing while they're here, or if I'm going to try to, and like have some keys banked each life. So I just have to, I do like the flagging one once and then run through it, and then I take the time to gather keys before TRing next, or what. But I just trying to like rush through a couple of lives here. I think trying to use this Maybar.
I mean, you don't have many lives to go, do you? Maybe
no. That's 6? Part of the reason. We have 3 Light Elves, 2 Shifters, 1 Assassin one, and this is the last Warforged one, whatever that thing's called.
So 7-ish?
I think
6-ish because you're
7.
like 29 already, right?
Yeah, 28, 29.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, it might get boring, but you could get 3 in, I think.
That's kind of what I was thinking. If I could, especially if I do the Cleric ones and just be able to like turn and maybe
that might not. You might not be as successful with that as you want.
Well, that or
I've heard reports that after the stat squish, that's a difficult pill to swallow for that kind of class.
Is it? I was just thinking if the focus is to be in Mayvar and just go crazy.
I have no actual evidence of that. That's just the rumors I've heard people talk
I might give it a shot. I mean, I've tried some bad stuff before. I'll try bad stuff again. I rolled on hand wraps from one of the raids over the weekend.
Thark ones?
Something maybe, I don't know. One of the better ones.
Well... oh, the ones from Strahd, maybe?
Maybe, yeah, something like that. So I think
the only other good hand wraps are from Too Hot to Handle.
No, it wasn't that one. They were fine for hand wraps. I'm not saying
Strahd hand wraps are pretty okay.
But it made me think, oh, I do have those 2 shifter lives. I might try one of them just to say that I did it. So I might do one of those.
Do the thing it wants you to do.
Yeah, just try it and see how it goes, even when you have like reasonable.
It's very possible that it's like way better with the new Destiny trees. I don't really know how that synergizes. I haven't looked at it.
No idea. Look at all that stuff. At some point.
I don't actually think that Barbarian's the way you want to go on that, though. I feel like Fighter would be way better.
I think that it probably is true, but I haven't looked at it super close to know. I just know that Strimton did one and he said I did it, so you don't have to. And I feel like my follow-up video of it is going to be I checked Strimton's math, so you didn't have to. Like, I feel like that's probably going to be the video name when I look at it. But maybe if it's powered by, you know, a whole bunch of past lives and reasonable gear and...
Or what about, like, some amount of Barbarian? Like, what do you need to get the thing where you don't exhaust after rages? Is it 15?
I don't know. I don't think it's that high. I think it's in the...
Like 11, maybe?
Maybe. I think there's also one just in one of the trees, too, right? You can just...
I don't remember. But, like, what about, like, maybe 12 Barbarians so you can get that core?
Maybe.
And then 6 Ranger, and then a couple Fighter? I bet that build is okay. With the hand wraps.
Perhaps. I don't know. I was almost thinking...
You get a lot of feats that way.
Try to go, like, crazy Kinsai, too. Kinsai
yeah, the problem
hand
is
wraps.
that you have to have the barb level unless you use the thing.
Right. Well, I think there's a couple of places you can get that fixed, like either through the racial points. I think maybe you can fix it. So it might.
There's a lot of like builds that you could do that take 1 barb level anyway, just for run speed.
Well, and I did that for the hardcore server Barbarian, right? So that's how I got the 1 life done, was doing that. For
I think that the Fighter with Ranger Splash is popular to weapon fighting, and I bet that would transfer hand wraps like just fine, you know.
Maybe. Yeah.
They're lower damage than like Kopesh's or whatever, but whatevs.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll do some brainstorming when we get there. I think I'm going to do those cleric lives first. So try to figure out what's good.
Are hand wraps an exotic weapon? Everyone equip those.
They are not. Anyone can use them, but
you just don't get the flurry of blows.
But you get you don't get that weapon style unless you have something.
Okay.
Otherwise, you. So
I was trying to think like, is that a race that gives you like a free feat in the proficiency? But no, I mean kinda gives you flurry of blows, I guess.
I mean, it does give you that combat style for free, right? Okay, I give us 8. I think that's enough for now. Let's find something to.
Just the iconic shifter tree is so much worse than the regular shifter tree. It's really sad. It's like a whole category lower. You know what I mean? Like if regular shifter tree is like a B overall, the iconic shifter tree is like a C overall.
I haven't compared them very apples to apples. I've just looked at the one for like trying to figure out how to make lives work on it. And then as the experiment on the other tree.
Yeah, if it had the ability to do past all rage, I think it's a totally different story. But it doesn't.
Yeah, I think there's...
It's only on the non-iconic. and only if you choose one of the paths.
I think there's quite a few things that they could do differently with that, but I'm not sure what they'll actually.
Yeah,
end up with.
I don't know. There's a lot of things that they could change, like a lot the trees in general. A lot of trees where they could change like one thing, very minor, and it would make it totally different. Like dwarf, for example, is not played by almost anybody. They could make some sort of focus to where they were the best at axes, like, you know what I mean? People play them. But but what they have now doesn't compete with what Half Orc has for Great Axe.
So the problem with dwarf is that its abilities are actually, it's an incredibly strong race, but on live the things that it grants are not as in demand as like just pure damage.
There's that, but then there's also like the tier 4 abilities it has. Compare the Barbarian has a thing where like your next attack automatically criticals. Compare that with like throw your weight around is garbage in comparison. If throw your weight around was attack and damage, that's a godly ability.
It would be nice if it was also attack. I agree. I think that it's only one is kind of annoying, and I think that it's so far up on the tree is also problematic.
They should just add hit like on the tier 3 maybe, and then the damage at tier 4.
That would
then it makes like a legitimate option for a tank, because it's so hard to get to hit up on a tank character because you're not putting any points in strength.
Right.
I think that would be a legitimate boost to the dwarf population overall.
So like, I honestly don't think that it needs to be hidden the way that it's hidden either. So like, for example, in their mind when they design this, it's such a powerful ability, you have to take all of that line and then over, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to just 2. So I feel like it needs to be rebalanced a little bit in the fact that it's some of the, where some of the things are hidden behind. So like, if it was me, I think I'd move it down 1 to start with. I'd make that a 4, and then I would put 2 to hit with con underneath it, right?
Also, the Arcane Archer through the Elf, like, that's garbage that you have to put points in Elf to unlock it. It should just have that tree be available on your like drop down table if you're Elf or half Elf or whatever, and then have the same level progression that it has. So like, because the racial Arcane Archer tree has a higher level requirements for the cores and stuff, so just keep that part of it and make it available always.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like it's available from level 1, but you can't put your first point into the core until you're level 3.
Right. And then the other thing I would do, since I moved this down, is I would be able to increase the DCs or whatever of this grapple ability, this Hands of Stone, because it's good. It's a good ability, but you're just never going to be able to land with it. So you need to be able to make it better, or you're not consistently going to land with it.
It needs to be able to add your tactics like from gear.
Yeah, it's got 10 plus character level plus Constitution modifier plus transmutation bonuses.
Yeah, instead of transmutation bonus, it needs to be tactics, or the higher of either tactics or transmutation.
Right, something. And then you have the next thing. This doodad is plus to whatever you have go over here. So just this ability, if you take it, also creates the DC for this, and it grants you that DC bonus, whichever way you decided to go. So like, then you get your tactics bonus down here, you get that one up there to make it a little bit better, so then that ability lands. But like, this is a powerful race. And I don't think you want to have class abilities. If there's an ability that's a class ability, which right now using a secondary stat is, and they're pretty much all in the same spot, roughly, then I think they should be like 1 tier higher for a racial ability because they're at a race tier.
Yeah, I don't know. It just, when you compare with the other options available, you have crazy self-healing in ASMR, you have extra feats and skills in human, you have extra raw melee damage in half-orc. Why are you ever choosing a dwarf? You know what I mean?
Well, I took the dwarf on the hardcore server, for example, again. On the hardcore server, the dwarven abilities have a lot higher value, right? On the hardcore server, the core, for example, you're picking up 30 hit points and plus 2 constitution.
That's fair, but that's a character that you're playing for.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
Time.
It's
I'm trying to get the overall viability of dwarf.
correct.
Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the problem is that it's a powerful race and it's a powerful ability, but it doesn't hold up when death is not the problem.
They could lean into the defensive aspects of dwarf more instead of DPS. That would also be fine.
I agree.
If dwarf like gave a percentage based DR, you know what I mean? Like that could be really great.
I think lots of DR should just be percentage based, and you should be able to
agree
add
with
to
that,
it.
but like, if dwarf had it as the first thing, would be fine.
Yeah.
If
but
you
like,
could get like
for example, though,
a 3 selector clicky of like 246% DR. For
so
like, you know,
the dwarf thing though, for example, it's very strong. It's quite good. The axe training gives you +1 to hit with damage with axes, and 5% strike through chance when wielding the dwarven axe, which of course is like an axe.
But
so you're picking up a lot of extra strike through at each tier.
The problem with that is that it is not universally good because as a tank you don't care about strike through.
Well, and again,
and if you're 2-weapon fighting, I don't believe the strike through works.
No.
So
I feel like there's probably it's still strong abilities. It's just, can you figure out where you want to put it? I am not a tank expert, so I don't know.
Now, if they made it so that the strike through worked while 2-weapon fighting with dwarven war axes, that could be a very awesome niche build.
Yeah, something. But like, for hit points, this was good. I ended up taking it on the hardcore last season because it gave me the ability to actually kill a monster slowly.
Well, I just meant, what if you're a dwarf barbarian 2-weapon fighter? You know what I mean? You would have access to like up to 60% strike through that you could add to your 2-weapon fighting that you would normally is only single target DPS. It could be awesome.
It could be really good. And again, it's also a free race, which is something else to kind of consider how much power goes in the free races.
Well, like I said, human is better for almost every application.
Almost. But like, again, when you have nothing, and again, I realize that this is me kind of lifting up things for like new players, or when I talk about hardcore so much or whatever. But like, that is a meaningful thing for new players to come in and be able to go like, oh wait, the dwarf is a free class that's very strong.
Yeah, if you don't have ASMR and you want survivability, it's a good choice. But
exactly. Like, if you have a pay for class,
it's hard to choose that over ASMR for me.
Correct. But if you're buying a pay for class, don't you expect the pay for class to be better than the free classes?
No, I expect it to be different. I expect it to give me something unique. It doesn't have to be better or worse.
That's fair. I just feel like most of the time, in my experience, video games, when it's free, it's usually just a little bit worse than the thing that you buy. The new thing is always better, and then that's
kind of why I have always disliked Shatterkai. Even with their like buffed attack, it's still just a cosmetic relic. You know what I mean? Like the tree is not. It's not substantially better than anything else, so there's no reason to choose that. You know what I mean? It doesn't give you a reason to be the Shatterkai.
So, in addition to what I was working on this morning, which those of you who are interested, I made a post on something that I think would be fun for the hardcore server. In addition to writing that, I spent a lot of time today looking at the DDO wiki, just looking at the various races with the idea of focusing my attention on starting to build the next hardcore server build for me, right? Just trying to get an idea. And I looked at the races for probably, the game was down for 4 extra hours that I wasn't planning on. So I looked at them quite a bit today. And I honestly have to say, I was seriously considering Shatterkai as my race for the next hardcore server. And the attack is a big part of it, the chains. It was a huge amount of it. But racial shadow jaunt is so big, I think it's just insanely powerful.
It's just so much worse than just like almost any other AoE.
It's not necessarily that the AoE is good or bad or whatever. It's that sometimes Like when I used it, if I was like my oh shit button, especially if I went all the way up to like the triple swing one or whatever, like I could generally plan on reducing the number of mobs immediately by a significant number if I hit that oh shit button.
I guess.
But
Attacks
for me,
that
it's...
make you less mobile in general are very bad.
But that, again, the reason that I was thinking about it was that attack and Shadow Jaunt. Racial Abundant Leap. It's slow, right?
Well, I meant when you use that attack, it takes a long time and you're like slow.
It does. It is. I agree with you on those things, but if you can kill most of the monsters or get everything off of your back, I found it to be really useful. I used it a lot on that assassin build, and I found it to be really strong.
I think that is a underutilized strategy in hardcore.
Yeah.
Just like pure... You probably want to do dexterity for the saves, but... if you use feet.
I wasn't even necessarily debating on being a full assassin.
No. I just, in general, was just pontificating.
I think it would be really good. I've thought about assassins quite a bit.
I think it's hard until like level 6, and then after that it's like pretty.
I don't think so. You just pretend to like you do what everybody does, and you're just an inquisitive until level whatever, and then you switch out of inquisitive and you go to your preferred profession.
That's fair.
You probably switch at 12.
When you get assassinate, yeah.
Yeah, when you get assassinate. But no, Shadow Jaunt, like, the racial abilities to move and get the hell out of dodge are insanely powerful.
Well, you can just take spring attack, though, on, like, any character.
Yeah, but that's, like, 70 feet, isn't it? It's, like, it's huge.
3?
That's a lot.
Just 2 fighters splash? Easy.
That's a lot! That's a million feet.
It's just kidding? A 2 fighter splash or 2 monk splash. It's very easy.
I don't think so. For me, that's crazy. I would
it's
much
basically free.
Much rather just be able to just leap away. But
I
was
would rather
also
take
again
spring attack
thinking
and
about
be ASMR. Sorry.
That's fair too. But I was also debating on doing another wizardy thing, and that's why I talked myself out of it because I didn't want to do another wizardy thing for the hardcore. But I didn't want to listen to people be like, "You always do the wizardy things."
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of something else that would be different. And that's where I went back to the...
Well, I mean, if you're doing your thing where you're leveling people up or whatever, having a wizard would be fine, I think.
Well, that's part of it, too.
But having, like, mono wizards would be, like, kind of lame.
So I hate to say this, but as a little bit of a spoiler, what I've been debating on really hard and trying to figure out what can merge together is how I can put trapping skills in a warlock. And I'm afraid it has something to do with already levels. But I have not completely figured it out yet.
Yeah, I think I'm already out based on just the explanation. It sounds very bad to me.
So the reason I was thinking already, again, was the ability, like, doing the traps, covering up the things, having the, like, perhaps some, I don't know how many levels in Artie, but some Renegade Master Maker for, like, some of the low-hanging fruit, etc. But mostly I wanted the trapping skills covered by myself instead of anybody else. And then I like the idea of Warlock either as a combination of, like, I don't have to worry about gear, especially if I'm going to be spread really thin, then I don't have to worry about trying to hunt down particular gear. I think the Warlock is...
What kind of Warlock?
Less
like,
gear?
what are you doing with your Warlock levels?
Again, I don't know that much about Warlocks, and this other thing I was thinking about would give me an excuse to, like, look at it, but I figured I would just, like, basically blast DPS in front of me or whatever, or around the people. Again, the idea would be to just, like, clear and then be able to cover the traps. But I was thinking, like,
okay, well,
Warlock
my question
also
is,
assigns,
like,
temporary hit points when I cast spells on people, so it's got some utility involved if I want.
Explain to me how being Warlock with trapping is better than being Bard with trapping.
I've done Bard with trapping, and I know how that works, and I didn't think it would be special for the stream. That's the other thing. The Bard would be probably stronger, and again, it would be more in my wheelhouse and what I'm more used to.
You don't have to do Spellsinger. It would be totally different if you did single weapon fighting. For example.
I feel like I just did a single weapon fighting.
Not on hardcore. I don't think you've ever done that.
Yeah, but how does that excel at keeping people alive?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You could do a Spellsinger, like a healer. focus on that.
Yeah.
The mass charm monster, and the heals instead of the shouts or whatever.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like there's still a bunch of time, and I'm still kicking it around. I just, for some reason, I feel like warlocks are the way to be for this next hardcore. I can't explain it. Call it a hunch. Call it a reading the vibe. I don't know.
What about just like cast your favorite soul with like 2 rogue levels?
That was another thing I was pontificating on stream for this life, because I've been enjoying this life, right? This life's been doing pretty well. I feel like I have plenty of hit points. I feel tough to kill. I got lots.
I don't
of
know
healing.
why Pip didn't take some sort of trapping levels last hardcore, and just go intelligence and then know the angles or whatever.
I think he had a build that he liked and wanted to like, like it looked good on paper, and he
yeah,
was
I just meant
follow
like
it.
think about like basically what he did, but int based instead of whatever, and then 2 rogue levels. I think that build would have been like pretty solid. You'd still have basically the same HP. You could put armor and get evasion if you needed it for a like trap situation, and then also you could do all the traps, and you would have better to hit. Well, it's the same, I guess.
It's the same. You'd use your intelligence to hit damage.
Yeah.
Here's the question. Could that go on a Shatterkai?
I don't see why I couldn't. I mean, like,
you
the races...
You lose, like, the you lose the whip stuff, right? So whatever. That's gone.
Why do you... Oh, for the leap. But you'd have favorite soul leap at 17.
Yeah, it's just so far.
Yeah, I guess, except that's half their gameplay, if you're trying to get favor, is that level.
It's a lot. I don't know. Partly I was just... For some reason... I don't know. Again, I'm feeling Shatterkai and I'm feeling fucking Warlock for some reason. I don't know why. In particular, those 2 things feel like that's going to be really important for hardcore. But I do.
Well, you can do whatever you want. I don't think that those 2 things
they don't
synergize
feel like
almost at all.
Right, they don't feel like they glue together, right? That's why I'm not sure what the deal is. I'm gonna have to sit down and really think about it. Or maybe we just try to get everyone together to play just robot arties and we just crush everything and be done.
I think it would be interesting as a side experiment to do a poll and figure out what people think is the hardest thing to play in hardcore and try that.
That's interesting.
It doesn't have to be like your main guy or whatever, but like, you know, give it a go. See what like whatever it is. Monk thrower or whatever. I don't know.
Well, I leveled that other thrower. I felt that was the easiest level.
Yeah.
Like it was.
I don't know.
I
don't know what people think is the hardest thing to play. That's why I think it should be a poll.
Yeah, maybe. I can put that out there. Why not? Who cares? Alright, what time is it? It's 8. Are people getting easily distracted already? Turbulence over there already. No? Okay. We got time still. I haven't done anything yet except sit around and talk, but... Yeah, people I think sometimes enjoy those kind of streams.
Yeah, if you did a poll of what is the worst race in DDO, and then did a separate poll of like what is the worst class in DDO, and then made a like short video series about
this
that
is the problem.
on hardcore, I think that would be interesting.
This is the problem that I would get into for doing that. Is I would immediately once again be put on SSG shit list for just literally phrasing it that way. They would lose their shit.
You don't have to call the video that.
No,
you don't have
but
to call
like,
your video series that, but just be like at the beginning. I did a poll of
well,
like
no,
what
that's
everyone
what I mean.
thought was the most difficult race to play.
See,
DDO.
that's how you'd have to do it. I have to phrase it differently.
Yeah.
I have to phrase it where they're upset. But I just mean like not even that. I just mean when I go to put a poll, like, hey guys, what do you think the least if you were to rank the races
the
from
most difficult
strength,
whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Some
way to get them to like put them in a ranking system. Like give me the top 3.
Nah, you could just run your poll normal style.
I feel like
just give them like say worst or whatever. Like
And
Just do it on Reddit. Who cares?
Yeah. I feel like they care. They hold me for these things, and they're angry when I
bullshit.
talk to them.
You're our conspiracy theorist. That is.
I
bullshit.
am, though. I am a big conspiracy theorist now. I'm just gonna wear it. I don't know what conspiracy theories I have yet, but that's it. Put my tinfoil hat on. They're out to get me.
You're the DDO conspiracy.
That's right.
They're out to get you.
All the devs are out to get me. That's why there's no experience points out here in this regular area. Is there a quest? Orchard Slayers? Good. That sounds boring too. Alright, well never mind. Let's do something else. Let's gear talk with Java for a minute. Let's figure shit out for Java. I'm never gonna figure anything out, but maybe I can get a better idea.
What do you have on now? I thought your gear was like 80 to 90% done. You probably have to do augments, I imagine.
Definitely have to do augments. I definitely need to do... Like, I have weird gear in places.
Like DR
still.
bypass, maybe? You have all that hammered out on your weapon?
I don't think so. Let me see.
You know what you need to start doing? Every life?
What was that?
Brothers of the Forge. Unless you're going to get Timbrel to give you a bunch of deconstructors.
I have a bunch of deconstructors, I think.
Well, you need one at least for JavaBot, probably. That's a pretty good DR breaker plus a debuff for a lot of the stuff like Lore Blades.
Let's see if I have one.
It gives you adamantine bypass and it gives you a special debuff for well, just a special debuff. It's like a sundering tip. And then it also does extra damage to
Is it a ruby?
like
It is a
rust.
ruby, right?
Yeah, it's not called Ruby, but it is red. It's just called Deconstructor.
I don't remember how to spell anything.
DECON.
Well, that's what I thought, but it didn't do anything. Alright, let me try over here. Maybe I don't have any on... Maybe they're on Samus? No, so some of the things... Like, I'm still wearing a winter set, for
That's
example. It's not a very good winter set. Like, I'm wearing the
Oh, do you have
caster
the
hat.
Direwolf belt?
Yes.
That's a good piece. And the boots?
I have that and the boots, and I'm wearing the cloak and a hat, I think. Yeah, the hat.
The cloak is not great. You probably should wear the bracer.
I don't think I have a bracer. And I'm wearing
Okay.
a bad bracer right now, Black Opal bracers.
I don't think that the bracer is like DPS focused, but it's like stacking HP and it's winter. So look at that at least.
Yeah, I need to probably...
I'm not saying that's like exactly correct, but look at it.
Maybe Samus has got them? I feel like
I don't
had
think
some.
the hat is very good at all.
It was what I had. It's not.
Yeah.
I
There
was
is a
looking for
trinket,
anything
right?
for survivability. But
It's-
trinket's the hardest one to use. That's not.
Oh,
changing
not
that.
trinket. Necklace.
Necklace is the part of the family set.
Okay.
So like my spots were
Do you have a
bracers and
ring?
hat, but I didn't have the bracers. I don't have, I think, the ring. The ring is also not good, right?
It's HP and like threat, but like the threat wouldn't matter.
I don't think I have
You don't-
that
you don't-
one.
You don't do enough damage to make the threat matter.
Yeah, I feel like I don't have that one. Maybe we don't have these deconstructors laying around.
Yeah, start doing Brothers of the Forge. It has to be elite, but I imagine you would not do any other lower difficulty.
Oh,
But it
probably
won't
not.
drop on normal or hard, just FYI.
It drops on
Elite
Reaper,
or-
right?
Yeah, elite.
Okay, it's fine.
Elite or Reaper. Reaper is elite plus. Reaper is functions as elite, but with added crap.
That's fine. What? Oh. Alright, never mind. Okay. No, I don't have those. I guess. I'll have to look for those.
Well, you can either do the quest or beg Jabrel. I think he probably has some.
I'm sure he has some. I'll just get him the next time he logs on. So, like I said, right now we're wearing black opal bracers.
Other augments. Did you buy Constitution augments from Maybar yet?
No, I'm short of ingredients. That's
Okay.
one of the first things.
You want those.
Yeah.
You want a Charisma Festive augment from the winter thing that we had last winter.
That's in somewhere, I think.
Okay, well, you want one. There is a augment that gives you greater heroism all the time. You probably want one of those. It comes out of the last Feywild quest.
I've got one. I've got one, but that's part of what those bracers do right now.
Well, again, we're talking about swapping those out too.
Right. No, I'm just gathering things. Carry on.
If you have, I don't know how many sets you have. It sounds like a lot, so I don't know if you're going to be able to fit like one of those 3-piece raid like artifact sets or not. But if you can, there are some good options. I don't know what holes you have in your gear set, but you could get stuff like armor piercing, or extra sneak attack damage, or constitution artifact bonus, or charisma, stuff like that.
Let's see. This is reading 81% fortification bypass. And part of that is because we're still using the non-raid part of the family piece. Because it's got a stacking armor piercing.
The
and
augments
not
give
20.
the same type of bonus that you get from the set bonuses. So you're going to have to look in the holes of stuff that you would want in your set bonus, and that's what it can fill in.
Oh, they give legendary? Or they give artifact bonus?
Yes.
Okay. So they give artifact bonuses, so...
Right,
Okay.
so like among your sets, if you don't have like Constitution, but you have 3 items you're wearing that aren't set bonuses, you can turn those into your +4 artifact. Well, it might be 3 now, but your plus artifact Constitution.
Yeah. That's... I'll just have to keep an eye out for whatever that is. Because those are going to take a while to collect.
Yeah, you're not going to know what it is that you need or if you can fit it until you figure out what your final gear set is.
Yeah, I don't have a thing.
I just wanted you to be like aware of that like system.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's possible that like best in slot gear for your character is is not the hardest of the monies. It's possible that like you go with the gym and many facets all the way Ubered is like better for some reason. I have no idea.
Something like that could be for sure. I getcha. Yeah,
and I don't know any of the gear from Saltmarsh.
Yeah, this is the other problem with Java though. Really, is that Java, his gear can be pretty terrible by mistake or by comparison. I just need it to be as good as I can make it functionally.
Well,
the
I don't
least
think
amount
you
of
want
effort.
to skimp at all on your weapons.
Well, those are done. At least
I think you
the
need
2
another
are done.
shroud.
I need a ooze one still.
Yep.
One
and
way or
I
the
also
other.
I also legitimately think that it's worth your time to craft the legendary Time Blade for that character. I think that is a great offhand for trash scenarios. Anytime you have monsters that can be crowd controlled, if you have like salt in your main hand and that in your offhand, or vice versa maybe.
Yeah,
I
I don't have salt.
But yeah, like
Making a salt, I don't think was on my.
I think that is a like crazy crowd control option for your character. You know what I mean? You get the like DC 1 whatever paralyzed, the DC 1 whatever hold monster on the Time Blade, and then salt slows everything down as soon as you touch it. Like
Sure.
that's a crazy amount of crowd control, like out of nowhere from your character that doesn't really do that. with a weapon swap, you know?
Yeah, maybe. All right. Well, I mean, I did grab a Time Blade Blank, but I don't think I have all the things I need to make the biggest version.
Well, it just means you got to do some chronoscopes. Not a big deal. Just plan on.
No, you have to have the
trying to cram-
schism, right?
What?
You have to have the schism or whatever, crystal gem, to make the big one. That's what you're talking about, the biggest one, not the little 20 version, right?
Yeah, the level 30.
Yeah. Don't they take it?
Yeah, you just gotta run the Saltmarsh quest until you get one. And you need the chronoscope runes. They're not runes, but they're little trinkets that they added for each of those packs.
Right.
So you're gonna need some of those too.
Yeah. Let's see. What's number 1? Shroud. Okay. Alright, kids. Well, people are starting to come together over there. Should probably go get in line. You're going to continue to play Diablos?
I am, unless I am needed.
Okay. No, I doubt you're needed. It's like the Shroud and I guess regular things.
Gortusk always gives me a hard time that I never go over there and raid with them anymore.
Should come along for a night.
Nah.
Okay. Alright, buddy. You have a good night. I'll see you later.
Yep. Take care.
Bye. And now I have to take the time to turn on a microphone.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, Rand.
What's up, Rand?
Boo. Still have to click out of DDO to be able to push to talk. Good morning.
Hey, Sam. Yes.
Sometimes you don't, and we hear all sorts of things.
I think what happens is I start it in game and then, or out of game, and then I click into game and it stays on.
Ah, okay. I was just joking. It's not a problem. Sometimes it's actually rather amusing.
I mean, it should be really amusing. It should be really. What the fuck? My button's not working now. Try again. It should be quite amusing. Should
Hey,
be. Here we
Rand,
go.
when we do Shroud, I'm going to be on my Bard, but if we need a backup tank, I can switch over for whenever we do Vision.
Alright.
Okay, that sounds great.
Those switches. Okay. Actually.
So anybody get themselves a new mount yet?
Shiley did. Shiley got the Nightmare. It's pretty cool looking.
Actually.
Yeah, one of my guildies bought it as well, and so we got to see it up close. I haven't seen too many though. That's the only one I've seen so far is my guildies.
Since we have a different bard, does anyone mind if I like pike a bunch of experience on Samus then?
Well, for sure not for Shroud for sure. That's
the one I was talking about.
Yeah, that's good anytime. You could bring any character you want to Shroud. You know, because
well, I know that's what people say, but I think
we don't really mean it.
I think we've developed a different relationship with Java now, with the DPS around here, and I don't think I get a lot of, you know what I mean? Like, people love that.
Well, yeah. So we need the DPS for the newer raids, but for the Shroud, like literally 2 or 3 30s can pretty much carry it. So anytime you want. I mean, if we don't have enough people, I'll ask for volunteers to bring, to bring something. But it's never been a problem. Like, I don't think when we push it to Elite or Reaper 1, it sometimes is a little tough. But we've never had a problem on hard.
That's fair. Also, I'm not volunteering yet, but apparently people had a really good time when I put together raids yesterday. I noticed Wednesdays are pretty empty.
Yeah, if I'd have noticed, I would have joined. We were just running Reapers, but if I'd have noticed it, paid attention like I should to the Discord, I would have joined. Just a good time.
Apparently, a lot of people enjoyed those raids for whatever reason. Apparently, my leadership skills leave something to be desired sometimes. So
you're saying that just made it more exciting?
Apparently, I I may have done some yelling or screaming or hollering. I'm not saying that everyone should go check out the video from the Wednesday's raid night or whatever, but you should definitely go give me some views and some thumbs up on YouTube's.
All right, so updating the calendar now. You said Wednesdays work for you?
That's not what I
kidding.
said.
I'm kidding.
But in all seriousness, Rhett is like busting my balls over in my Discord about it already. So
Yeah,
we'll see
you know,
what
it
happens.
probably, you know, Tobro, I'll say this, when Tobro was streaming the Tau raids, he was getting views, like, he normally doesn't get a lot of views, but, you know, not as many as you get, but he was getting a decent amount when he was streaming raids, so it seems like there's a lot of interest in raids streaming.
Yeah, there's some, I think. I just don't entirely understand the current desire or viewer base or something. There's something I'm off with.
Yeah.
And I haven't figured it out yet.
Well, I enjoy watching your stream. I don't watch streams, you know, all that much. I don't have much of a chance, but I enjoy your streams, especially hardcore season. That's always my favorite.
See, and that has been my discussion of late, and my Achilles heel, I guess, is that, especially with all the Twitch stuff kind of showing up there right now, so much of what I make comes in during the hardcore season that it's almost a shame when it's not the hardcore season. So, like, I've been really thinking about it and talking about it and trying to figure out ways to, because that's where all of my support comes from. And, like, at the same time, I got a lot of these people basically like, please don't rush hardcore on us. Like, no, bills. Alright. Anyway, I'll be bringing Samus for Shroud.
I'm throwing out invites to the people that are in the area.
Just gotta buy a raid
I'll get everyone
bypass
else,
card
I should get
first.
my ass in there.
Vault Clank, that looks like a Vault character. Boom Vault character.
Alright. Okay. Doodaddy acquired and used. Yeah, I think that why people enjoyed Wednesday, I think specifically were the people that did hear the randoms. So I think it would have to be part of Wednesday is that I would be on an open microphone. Everybody else would be on a closed microphone. Oh man.
Thank you, Ren.
No problem. Yeah, usually everyone's multitasking. About half the people I invite don't usually accept. That's why I mentioned I'm throwing out invites. Usually, but
I just stepped away to grab a drink.
So has anybody else like recently discovered astrology type shenanigans? No, let me explain. So my wife has recently learned one or two like things about astrology from Instagram or whatever. And like the last week or something, Mercury has been in retrograde, which means that communications is just bad or whatever. So DDO posted the thing today about the server having a hiccup and whatnot, so she just posted a big gif on there saying Mercury is in retrograde. She's now obsessed. Every time it's the new boogeyman.
hey, Loader. If you are not in party and want to be in party, I'm in Ranlin, or just when you make your way over to Meridia, I'll find you.
So, am I still on thingy? No, okay. Let's make some slight window adjustments here so maybe I can keep a slightly better idea of what's going on. I like to be able to look over and make sure that I'm not
Oh, and if you didn't check the page, there's a
crowding the
coupon
voice
code
chat.
out on the DDO store sale page that
Alright.
it's like Muhaha or something. I don't know. It's probably better to just copy it from there. But it's free key, so that's definitely worth to pick up.
I'm gonna.
Request 2021.
I think I'm gonna
That
make
is awesome
a.
too. Yeah, the free quest is really great. They brought it back, and even if you used it last year, use
And
this one.
3 packs for 99 points.
Yeah, and I think one of those was
Each.
not available last time.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
let
think,
them
Ravenloft
talk to you
was
guys
in
for a
there
minute.
the last time.
That's right.
I'm gonna use the
Nope.
restroom.
And then
Ah.
even if you use the last coupon code, use that one, this one, because you get the if you're VIP, you get the newest pack.
The plainer eyes.
Yep. So then if you ever off your VIP, you'll have planar eyes. That's the least of my concerns. If I go off VIP, I got to figure out 6 character slots. I got to figure out classes. What is the problem with the opposition set? I did. I think it's hit or miss. Like some things will break it and others won't. Because I know with the material opposition 4-piece set, like usually people make it into like a Frankenstein set, and they have the 35% crit bonus in there as well. It should just be the as long as you have 2 of the 3 oppositions, it works and gives you the hit point bonus. But no, I've not tested that out since recently. But I know it has worked recently because all the power gamers usually play with a 4-piece set, material opposition set with 3 crit boosts intermixed in. So they get both the material opposition crit bonus, which stacks with the individual element crit bonus.
Sounds like I missed quite the lesson going to the restroom.
Well, someone mentioned they're having trouble with opposition set not working, and I think it might be, like I've heard that some things don't work with it and some do, but I know the material opposition and crit bonus works because that's what all the power gamer casters use for their 4-piece LGS, is sort of a Frankenstein set with 4-piece material opposition with 3 crit bonuses intermixed within.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that much about the Shroud stuff. What I do know is it's about to offer a deep thought to the stream, and I was wondering if you guys would like your free sample today.
I would love a free sample.
Okay, so just now, it makes me wonder if other people have had a similar experience. I was in the restroom, making number 1. And I thought I was done. And I was like, alright. And then it turns out like I had a whole nother bladder. Do you people have secret bladders? No?
I think it's called enlarged prostate.
I don't think it's an enlarged prostate. It only doesn't happen very often. It's just like there was a secret bladder today. It's like, oh, I emptied the tank, and then like I wiggled, and it's like, nope, you have a whole another tank to go. It's weird.
I think I'm gonna let's go in with just 11 because I'd like to fill the other spot, but at the same time, if we have someone join, which we often do, well, I guess we just reform. Let me stick an LFM up real quick. That way, if somebody really wants a shroud, they can get one.
You guys have like secret bladders? That was a long pee. Like that was weird. Okay. What? Do I just use this stupid thing? How goes it? Goes good. You want a shroud, Rhett? Edie's doing shroud if you want in. I'll tell him to hold your spot. Rhett just joined the Twitch stream. He may or may not be available for raid. He says, nah, he's okay. Never mind.
Okay, I mean, we could. Nobody's hit the LFM. I can take it down if he wants to.
Nah,
join.
he says, nah, he's okay.
Okay, any level 20 or higher character that's flagged. Doesn't have to be anything big.
I'm surprised Goro isn't here. He's having a bit of issues with his internet.
Yeah, that's what he mentioned. So normally he likes to get the shroud.
Never mind. I don't think it matters that much. Samus doesn't have to contribute in a meaningful way for shroud, right? Odds are just a heart or something. It'll be a quick and easy one, I'm sure.
I won't wait too long
I'll
because.
be right back.
Okay, I won't wait too long. Just with all the, as soon as Morale is back, I'll take it down, and if somebody hits it, we'll let them join. But if somebody wants to bring an alt account along that's flagged, as long as you know that they're flagged, then feel free to log that on. And if nobody hits it in the next minute, you can take that spot.
He says, okay, I'm logging in. Rhett does. Or Rhett did.
I just took the LFM down and literally hit it the second I took it down. All right, we're full.
Masterful. What can I say?
I made my blank. So bear with me. I will be making myself a assault weapon today. I have no
Fantastic.
clue what I'm doing.
Several people here have made it, so we'll be happy to give you some help. The tier 3 is the only piece that's really tricky.
I'm sorry, I'm off the phone now.
All right, we are stepping in.
As people start disappearing.
It's so weird not having buffs to give to people. Kind of like it.
You talking about Mr. Mass Death Ward?
What? I don't even know what that is. Is
A
that a
lot better in
spell?
songs.
Is that a spell?
Yes, it is.
Is that
I
even...
kind of wish we just kept it to where you did all the mass songs.
I mean, is Death Ward even a spell that you can cast? I don't understand. I'm a robot, so I took things for robots. Have you guys heard about the Lord of Blades, by the way? He's a pretty sweet. I have pamphlets if you're interested.
I thought he manufactured instead of recruited.
Well, I mean, sometimes a little A, a little B.
If you don't have buffs, stay at the start before you rush in.
Sorry about that, Black. I should have asked. My bad. Sorry about that.
Once, just stay where after you get out of the portal.
Rawr. Wings. Look at me pretending to help. So good. Oh, still got it. What? Trash mobs. Okay. Let's hit one of these buttons. Our damage is just going to be sad. Unfortunately, it's just not going to be very good.
Also, if you shrine, let me know so I can rebuff you.
Whipping that portal. Just whip it. In what way, Rhett? Which way is this more or different? The good way? But are you saying that because I don't accidentally have auto attack logged in or locked in, or is there something else going on? No. Okay. Whew. Oh my goodness. Wow, there's a difference between people not taking damage because I know what they're doing versus listening to... I mean, didn't we go hard too? Right? We also did hard yesterday, didn't we? I don't know. I feel like we were slightly more difficult. Meant to get filled right. I don't know what you're talking about, man. There's no difference between now and yesterday. Absolutely none. Oh boy. Alright. Chats, we picked up 2 curses. That's what we like to call efficient use of remove curse. Yeah, this DPS is just not good. Maybe it's okay. And Lowen's low. Lowen's real low. What? Did we skip one somehow? Strange. Anyway. I look upon those with the lag and I wave.
You have found an Eldritch device. Seems like a familiar story, doesn't it? Says the Pit Fiend. Let's write it a small twist.
I don't want all the junk. That's fine.
Hey.
Start with the list. Haul yourself into port for repairs.
I like how somebody else's mob comes in, trips me, and almost kills me. Ow. Samus didn't get through the DR or something? Hello? Oh, Samus doesn't have anything on very high, huh?
Yeah, so
Okay.
we're full right now. I don't know if Rhett was planning on joining us for the other raids or not. No, he is not in Discord, but he's in the party.
Ironically, I missed JavaBot. Rhett sent me a tell
Alright,
pointing out that there's 12 people in the party, or the raid.
Oh yeah, 12 people in the raid, and then one more in Discord. So we have like 12 in Discord. So there's one not in. Rhett's not in Discord, and Dark's not in party.
Correct, which is he's trying to get into the Discord.
Oh, okay. Yeah, would you mind going to the other thing? Hey, before you start pulling stuff north, we gotta get someone to the crystal. Can we get the rangers there?
I'm on my way.
All right, we gotta. Usually, we like to pull off once we have them down before we pull them north. Like you shouldn't really pull them north until we all agree to do it.
Yeah, I didn't have any aggros, so that wasn't me, I don't think. Get it?
Nicely done.
Yeah, I didn't have any aggros, so me moving, I don't think was a big deal. I was just trying to stay alive.
Across the valley lies the site of your previous conquest.
Is that portal already going? Rump. Rump. Okay. What? Okay. Let's risk it for the biscuit, perhaps? No. Good.
Oh, I got super lucky on that 5x5. It's solved down.
No?
This gleaming pool of water is
No.
a fountain. You gather a vial, but you can't help but notice the chests beyond this barrier.
Okay. Let's run far. Oh shit, I'm not gonna get ahead of the wall.
Walls up in the northwest.
Yeah, it's basically north middle by now. Okay. Try to dodge things. Two left. I assume these are all going to be fine. It'll be back here somewhere. One left. Of these. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, that's good.
Nicely done.
I feel like I moved out of Crazy Land and into like just Sleepy Land tonight. I don't know. We'll see if we can get Samus taken care of tomorrow. Maybe getting Samus capped out in the morning would be.
So when crafting
Exciting.
for a assault weapon, do I need to craft anything other than the essence?
The only thing you need, which actually I should have probably mentioned before you came in, because sometimes this has been an issue for people, is you need commendations of valor.
I always have some on me.
Okay, yeah, I do too, but I should have mentioned it because quite a few people have come here to craft and not had those.
But I mean, as far as when crafting, like, so I am on the Wikipedia page, and it tells me to make a legendary inferior focus of water, inferior focus a negative, and then superior water, and superior negative.
Yeah, so it depends on what you want for your, to go on your weapon besides the salt.
Oh, you can put something else?
Yeah, so if you look on the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 part of the Wikipedia page, that's going to have your, like, things you could put on there. So you can put, like, spell power, MRR. I think it's water negative, isn't that right, for salt?
Correct.
Yeah, it is.
So, if you need water, if you need cold spell power, you can stick that on there. If you need negative spell power, you can put that on there. You probably don't need either of those unless you're going to do a casting. So you could have like cold absorb, you can have negative absorb, you can have MRR. You'd have like a stat. We'll have to see what stats are on there, but you can get a stat on there. That might be good. Insightful stat on there. That could also be good for you. But if it's probably a swap weapon, you probably don't want a critical stat on there. If you're gonna like swap between a shield and
Okay, so I have no idea what to do with it. How to do it, rather. I just know which focus I have to make, and then I don't know what to do with the focuses.
yeah, because you need you'll need two other so for tier 1 you'll need a focus, and then you'll need two other things based on what you want for your tier 1. So we can kind of, when we get to the crafting, we can go over that. It's probably a small list of what you want anyways, so it'll be pretty easy to figure it out.
Hey everybody, I have some interesting news. My Facebook just updated with a ad for Dungeons & Dragons Online with the DDO Quest 2021 coupon in.
Nice.
That is the first time that I've gotten an actual Facebook ad for DDO. Maybe they decided to spend some fucking dollars.
Yeah, and I think the
They
Facebook
are
is smart
under
enough.
management.
Yeah, it's Facebook is smart enough that they can identify potential customers pretty well. like on that.
I
Well,
feel-
then they're not that smart because
Listen.
Samus already is a customer.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, they identify if you're interested. You know, the fact that you play the game actively is a sign that
it
you'd
was-
be interested in the game.
To be fair, though, it was in response to me posting an ad that was like the coupon code again, basically. So like
Yeah.
they also looked at my ad that I basically pasted for them.
Well, there's a lot. Like there's a lot of sharing of information that probably would be petrifying if we all knew about it. But I googled a board game on just Googled it, randomly Googled it. I was trying to find, where could I buy this board game? And the next time on Facebook, I see an ad for the board game. In my Yahoo Mail, first line of my Yahoo Mail, ad for the board game. So it's like there's obviously some sort of sharing or whatever of that kind of information.
Well, if you want, what you should do is accidentally bring it up in a conversation with Tobrel in it, and then you get like a 55-minute lecture like I did a little bit before the stream started. So that's what I'd recommend if you want to learn more.
Okay. Well, considering how little we see Tobrel around these days, that's not probably
I think
not
he's
too
done
likely.
with the game.
We'd like to see him around more,
Final
honestly.
He's I think he'll be on from time to time. He was on Saturday, right, with the Giants doing raids. So
Agreed. FF14 is fun. Also
Yeah.
doesn't lag.
but he's over there right now playing FF14 with Distributed. I get Samus finished, I'll probably play over there a little bit more often also.
We're chasing an arrow, Turbinai. Oh, it's Boominai.
Yes,
Nice
the arrow is
job.
very important to chase.
Mm-hmm. I'm a dog. What do you expect? That's what I'll do. Chase stuff.
Sit in the corner and lick yourself.
I kind of
Yeah,
just
I
want
guess I
to
could do
pretend to be a healer for a little bit and not do anything.
But I mean, I'm not a male dog. It's not doesn't have as much shock value. For little old ladies who don't play the game.
I mean, outsourced to it's easy. The adventurers constantly kill her hounds. I'm sure she could use a couple of replacements.
That seems like a rough life. Replacement Izzy dog. I'm not fighting those today. See, the great thing about this night is I don't have to worry about anything. Where, as the raid leader, you have to worry about shit. That's why Rhett likes somebody else being in charge of it, so he doesn't have to be in charge.
I mean, the life of any D&D monster. It's not really much life.
I bet you I could create a D&D monster right now that you would be excited to live. I bet I could figure out a monster.
I think it just means they don't have a long lifespan.
I mean, maybe. I mean, there's gotta be D&D monster or D&D monsters that do, right? Like dragons, for example.
Or Tarrasques.
Yeah.
Do you watch Critical Role, Samus?
No, I've caught bits and pieces. I probably should, but I don't have time for something like that. I want to catch their cartoon though, one of these days.
Yeah, so there's a fan animated thing that happened in season 1. It was called Spurt the Kobold. That's kind of what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I'll look that one up. It's cute if you haven't seen
I feel like I've seen bits and pieces of something like that, maybe. But
It's,
yeah.
it's a story of a kobold who lives 7 days.
Oh, rough.
Is that because an adventurer kills them?
That spoiler.
Okay.
Just YouTube Spurt the Kobold for a quick laugh. It's like a 2-minute or 3-minute video max.
We'll have to put out a reaction video of me watching it or something. Fuck, that's my life now. Also, I'm out of tea. Fuck, I'm out of regular drink. I'm out of all the drinks. Shroud's a great raid to fuck around in, by the
I'm
way.
going to get diseases biting all these orphans.
Ah. Somebody will kill the monster.
Love the balls.
Point of order? What did you say?
I said love the balls. Balls are great. Throw me a ball.
Because she's the dog, not because she's the woman.
I hope that gets clipped 1,000 times. I hope that's my most clipped thing ever. Love the balls. Love them.
I'm going to eat your homework.
There we go. 29. What? Pretty good. Pretty good. Loot. Loot, please. Alright. All the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Reform being as is.
Weird, but I know there's quite a few people swapping.
Do you want me to go black for off tank?
We don't have an off tank, so that would definitely be helpful.
Wow.
Swapping to boom.
Sounds good. Since you have an off tank and no boots on the weekend, I'll stay on suppressor.
Wow, I'm not real sure that our web
You're gonna
server
tank
just
boom?
didn't
I'm sorry, I missed
completely
that,
just take
but
a
yeah,
dump.
that's Great.
Correct. Ask Chrono before the
Oh,
raids.
okay, perfect.
Alright, let's try again maybe.
Click on Italian. Click on tier 1 on the Greenstone page. Wikipedia or Wikipedia Wiki Greenstone page.
Okay. I'm just going to make the superior egg and the superior monster right now.
I'm gonna let Dark Helmet know. Is Rhett leaving or is he coming back?
He just said thanks for the invite, and I'm asking him right now. But,
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, he's listening to the stream, so he also, I believe, heard you. He says, no thank you.
Okay, just want to make sure I'm gonna let Black Helmet or Dark Helmet know.
Alright. I'm gonna go park Samus by the level person, and I'll go get everyone's favorite debuffer.
Cool. Don't think he's AFK. I'm just gonna send him a tell.
AKA the one that's there. That
Hey,
is
welcome.
everyone's
Wasn't
favorite.
sure if you were AFK there and heard me or not. Yep, you're 12th person. So, yeah, I was actually wondering, whether Maybar, the first day of Maybar, might impact the raids, but apparently not, which is good.
So water would give me wisdom, eh?
So we have Boom is the main tank. We have Black is the off tank, going to be the off tank. We have almost for CC unless he's switching.
No, I'm good.
We have Eye up for traps, and I'm going to switch to my assassin for more dips. So I think we have everything covered. We probably could use. Well, we have 3 ranged, so I think we're probably good there.
I'll be
So
bringing a
dips?
range too.
Okay, yeah. So
when
I'd
I
say just
swap.
dips or Black. Are you going to also heal with your off tank? Is your off tank a
Yeah.
healer? Off tank?
I mainly use the heals for the main tank. That way the main tank doesn't go down.
Okay, great.
I can heal people, just they're not my priority at that moment. That character is strictly just for if the main tank dies.
Okay.
Vision. Lord of Blades. Okay, so yeah, Vision.
I'll be right back. I'm going to switch.
Another task. Let's get to it.
Right now, Cerveza has a star. I'm switching.
Fudge! I was muted. I'm gonna go grab a fast drink, everybody. I'll be right back. Whew. Alright. And we're back from outer space.
like when your bear is dancing, like it's hard to see your name. I have to like select you to see your name. Your body like completely encompasses the name.
I feel like that was important to share with everyone.
All right. Quick reminder to get curse pots, unless you're immune to curses.
Hey, wait a minute. You call me fat?
Well,
Hey,
I guess.
I'm fluffy.
Well, that wasn't my intent, but definitely.
Alright, do you guys still have time to wait for me to do my tier 3s, or
Yes.
should I do that another time?
No, go ahead and do your tier 3. Now, the way tier 3 works, you got tier 1 and 2 done?
Oh boy.
There
Oh,
was
boy.
no tier 2.
You need
on
you
the list.
need yeah, you
Yes,
need a
there
2 tier.
is.
All right, so tier 3, if are you at the final altar?
No, I'm just done with the first altar.
Okay, so go to where the puzzles are next. So appreciate everyone's patience on this. If you need to get a drink or refill, this is a good time to do it. All right,
Yeah,
so
we'll
you
give 'em a
want to
minute.
go basically to where the puzzles are, and then go to the altar by the shrine. And then on your wiki page, you're going to want to look at tier 2 augment recipes. And
Okay.
did you do water or negative for tier 1?
I did both. I thought I had to do both.
Nope, one or the other.
Oh.
Yeah. So for tier 2, whatever. Let's see. I think you need a different. Yeah, you'll need a different tier 2. So whatever. Figure out if you're going to do water or negative for tier 1. Whichever one of those ones you made that you'd prefer.
And it's just there's nothing that says nothing is said about what to use for a tier 2.
All right. So go to go in your bag. Pull out what you did for tier 1. And I just want to like, what does it say on tier 1?
Let's see.
How does chat feel about the visual comedy?
Type in green in your bag.
Is it physical
your augment
comedy
bag?
so-so, or?
Oh, yeah, we'll be in your augment bag.
It is not. Ah, here we go. So either I've got we or Noah.
All right. And what does it say on the thing? Does it say equipment or does it say weapon?
Weapon tier
Okay.
1 and weapon tier 1. Both of them.
Okay.
So one is MRR 35 and the other is Wisdom 15.
Okay. And you're probably going to have a wisdom item. So so the MRR is the negative or
Yeah.
the.
Yeah. So negative it is.
Okay. So then tier 2 will be the opposite, whatever the opposite of what you did tier 1. So let me know when you're at that
Okay.
puzzle.
So it has to
Right.
be water.
Yes. Water, tier 2 you could do insightful wisdom if you want. Wait, you did wisdom is water. You said wisdom?
Yeah.
Alright, quick side note. I pick Dragon for our new side game rules in the general chat. You guys let me know what you pick and we'll spend an hour and try to figure out who won.
Okay, so water. You had to have done water for wisdom. If you want to use wisdom or MRR?
So for those of you who don't know exactly what's going on,
You know what I'm thinking? This is going to take too long. Why don't we run Shroud, just a quick normal Shroud, like 2 or 3 mana later, and we'll make your item then? Because this is going to, I think it's just going to take too long. We kind of need you to do the prep ahead of time so that you could just craft.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
What character are you making this for?
Dragon beats
This one.
Snake,
Could you be more specific?
Scissors,
Has a druid.
Fire,
Is that a
Rock,
caster or a melee?
Gun,
Melee.
Okay. I'll send you something later.
Lightning,
Okay.
Yeah, we could right after raid tonight, if you have time.
Okay,
if
so
you're not too tired, we could do a quick normal.
basically,
shroud, your 3-man.
straight
Paul
across
is still in here
and
with
clockwise.
me too. Paul,
Okay.
are you done crafting?
That's
Yeah?
not that hard.
Okay, good.
All right, nobody in the voice chat ticked a different thing.
Yeah, I could plan it next time because I didn't understand how to make them.
Yeah, well, it's okay. We'll do it like after if you have the energy right after raid tonight. We'll run in. We'll just run it on normal and get it done, and then you can just do crafting. We'll just stick an LFM up and do it on hard. Or either way, whatever you prefer. But let's see. Once Pollinate and Rally are here, looks like there's 2 instances of the marketplace now. We'll go ahead and get started.
I will, so,
That's pretty
we're
fun.
going for VOD now?
Yeah, who is... Oh,
I
you're
just
switching.
dropped because I'm switching because I'm
Right.
only level 27, 28-ish.
Okay, that's perfect.
So I'm grabbing Mirali unless you have any objections.
We're doing
No,
dragon.
I think that's great. Thanks.
I'm very in on this game all of a sudden, guys. This looks like a lot
So
of fun.
after running Reapers earlier today, I started cleaning out my boxes of computer parts.
Oh,
So
I have a couple
basically,
of those.
straight
yes.
across and this way.
Who knows how obsolete
what
some of
you
those things
win.
are? I need to go through that
And
myself.
this
I
like,
had some
straight across
old
down
ST-RAM.
and over beats you.
I'm never gonna use that.
So dragons beat snakes, but humans beat dragons. Air beats fire, but loses to scissors. Yeah, somehow scissors beats air. How the hell does scissors beat air? I mean, I understand scissors beat paper and sponge. Wolf, okay, maybe. Show my sure.
So I made too many augments.
That's all right. I should have probably just said we'll do it after from the get-go. It's a little complicated the first time through. So, but it's not too bad. It just it depends what you want.
Oh,
But it is Rally.
Yeah.
If it's a swap weapon, then it's not as important what you have. If it's a main weapon, if you're going to use it all the time, then it's a little.
I'm
Morning,
probably
Newtons.
going to use it a lot in rank and stuff.
Yeah,
That seems
you could
like
actually-
gas.
It's going to be really handy.
It is. Yep. All right, heading in.
And then relevant gear is a pane and a I forget what it's called. Dust, right?
Is the instance decent?
I haven't really. I don't really do too much instance farming in these. I just don't. We haven't had. To my recollection, we've never had a lag wipe. I think we had one wipe where we. No, that was actually Lord of Blades, not here, but where there was a little lag, but it wasn't what totally caused it. But we've never lag wiped in here, so it just it's like another 10 minutes. I didn't want to add to everybody's schedule to try to farm out instances.
Try to get the rest of these songs done.
All right, we have 11 in, 12 in.
Hi, baby girl.
No, Java, if you could let us know when you are done buffing, we'll just step in and not move at that point.
I forgot to put meld on.
Yeah, it'd be good practice for when they get rid of it.
Alright, we should be good, unless for some reason you got missed or your songs didn't count. You might just double check. Otherwise,
All right,
we should
thanks.
be good to go.
Yeah, just don't Hunt's End in Orthon unless you're sure you can kill it. And you should be good with no meld.
Okay, let's pretend like we can pay attention. I'm still waiting for the night that they decide to go ahead and push things up a little bit for the DPS. I honestly thought tonight would be the night, but they didn't do it.
If you could step in and don't move, please.
Alright, rip all these nice things also, I guess.
All right.
Nice, Apollon, eh?
Boom and...
I'll go to the right again.
Okay, yep. And then same thing. We'll go counterclockwise, starting with whatever Orthon is marked by Apollone, and go counterclockwise. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and introduce yourself to some Orthons.
Okay.
Apply the death magics to it.
All right, that was some pretty
DPS hold.
monster DPS.
DPS hold.
Man, Loader gets all 8 before I get one trap.
DPS in.
Tapped.
I'm still looking for my curse spots.
Circle.
There.
On the bot.
Curse. Crook, you have curse on you.
We're looking good. Our buffs are in place. Okay. Damage
Incoming
should
curse.
have went up a notch.
Devils.
Of course. Boo, hiss. We just started laying on our buffs.
Circle.
Trash first. Incoming curse. DPS in whenever you guys are good.
I'll make sure I get solo debuffed as quick as possible here for helping build the tanks, hate, etc. Quick as DPS gets back in there.
Some big numbers. Nice debuffing.
Just keep everything copacetic.
Three
Swords on
hits.
position.
Go beat him. I'm gonna pull him to the west corner. Belay that.
I love it when they're on holiday.
Incoming curse.
Cats.
Looks okay. Looks good. More bats. Really need like another 600 or so hit points to really feel good again. Seems like a lot of dancing balls.
Yeah, I think the reason it's sometimes we put up more than 2 is because concern it's going to wear off. At least for me, it's so hard to time it perfect.
Now he knows he has his mic on.
The bats are immune to it, though.
Yep. No more freebies. Hey, Thakar, love you 3002, buddy. Oh man, it's a day. Day.
Should have devils coming down pretty soon.
I'm surprised there's a 4th wave of bats. Should be malarkey time.
Circle.
I tell you, I've really come around on this Twisted Tea stuff, by the way. I'm not sponsored, but I would consider a sponsorship for them, to be honest.
Devils.
Circle.
Nope, just hit the heal button until we're done. Getting tricked. Okay, should be song and dance time. Oh, that bear's not an Orthon. Stab it anyway. That's right. Stab this bear. There we go.
Alright, let's get aggro.
DPS in.
Get ready for the Orthons. They're going to pop soon. And a pretty high DPS with all the good buffing and high DPS in the party. Orthons popped. Meld.
What is going on? Oh, I see. The tank stood beside me. That's what happened. Alright, we'll just stand over here then. Like, why is all the monsters attacking me?
Get the Orphans first.
Okay, are we good? I think we're good.
DPS in.
Last one of those. Last one of those. And... okay. Debuffs enabled. Push. Push bats.
Alright, that was a really great run. Bats. Beware of murder bats.
Will ran the last 2 weeks. The only person who died is Damos. With
Thanks
me
for
as just the
reminding
healer.
me.
We had more deaths last week, but yeah, I mean,
Gotta get your
Oh,
yearly
it was
chocolate?
Damos
I don't think there is any chocolate.
Apolloni. That was it.
Might
But
have died too.
I'm trying.
I die a lot. in
I was
general.
I was chained
With the
just
eels.
before the Orthons, so I had already melded, so the devils wouldn't kill me and drop my balls.
We did have to
yeah,
do
there's
a lot
not
of...
much. Yeah, I mean that's the important part. I mean that's what I was kind of thinking is you probably were putting more into it
Most
then.
people want their balls to drop. Just saying.
Yeah, but the party just doesn't appreciate it when that happens.
Wow, is it nothing? Did we get skunked? Skunk.
Don't know. Hey, I want to come back and kick his butt.
Yeah, well, it's a pretty big jump from Legendary Hard to Reaper 1, but yeah, I think we probably could do it with this if we get a consistent group again. So if the group wants to try it 1 week, we can just see how it goes, and if it doesn't go well, we'll just come right back in on hard.
There it was.
This was R1 DPS. We need salt and better coordinated CC, or at least
Yeah.
CC that can survive.
Well, the CC was good. We probably would want salt also.
Salt is
for that.
mandatory.
Yeah, for the bats, and it's also good backup in case, I mean the CC, like you were with us when we did R1 with just salt in Tau raids, I think. So you could do it with just salt and no CC, but
Yep, salt is mandatory.
yeah, but it's a lot better to have both. So yeah, so we'll kind of work towards that. Think about that.
I've also done it on R3 with Infamous and a handful of friendly pugs. We brought a big pile of big DC stuns. That also worked. That was fun.
Yeah, I think the most we've done it on is, I want to say it was R4, and it was brutal. A big difference between R1 and R4. I was on this same character, and I got one shot, I want to say 2 or 3 times by the boss. Like the boss just turned, boom, dead.
Oh yeah. The coordination needs to be really tight.
Okay. So chat
but
what you saw
again,
there
I don't
for a
wanna
second
really
was
push the
a
group into doing
note,
something they don't wanna do,
a
but
notepad
I think we
field
should,
with like
I
hashtags
think
and
we have the same
links
group
and
again,
stuff
we
that I
should,
use
if
for
the
my
group wants to
various
do it,
social
I think
media
we can
stuff.
probably get it done.
The only other thing I will say is we need a dedicated healer.
Yeah, we'll probably have a dedicated healer, I think we probably will have 2. We might have 2 casters in there. Really wouldn't hurt to have a second caster. So we'll get it worked out. But I think we're definitely definitely the group could do R1. And the nice thing about Vision of Destruction is if things fall apart, like as long as the tank and healer can stay alive, you can pretty much recover from it. More than other raids like Lord of Blades. Forget it. If you get too many deaths and a lot of other raids, but Vision of Destruction is one that's easy to recover from if you get some deaths.
Also, here soon, Rand, I will be TRing this character. It's still going to be a tank, but I'm just going to switch it up a little bit.
Okay, great.
It's like we lost Apollinae.
Oh, I did not notice. Good night, Apollinae. Thank you so much. All right, I'm going to put the LFM up unless somebody has a friend that wants to join.
Notebook stuff, we do that too, we old mans. Yeah, I don't know. So, Beef and I had a little bit of a conversation
I'm
earlier.
checking with Goro.
I don't know if you.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do this one on hard.
He recommends the brace.
2 more runs and I can buy whatever I need with my runes for Vision.
The winter bracers. And that would let me free up this terrible hat slot for something else. That'd be really sweet.
All right, so we lost a ranged. Let's see what we have. We have 3 ranged. I think we're okay on that.
Bring a range too if you want.
No, I mean I think it's good to have DPS on the boss too. So the problem we sometimes have is our range go down. That's what is sometimes a problem that we have. So hopefully we will be okay there. What do we get?
I don't have a special helm at all. I just didn't have a piece of gear for that when we started putting gear together. This was the winter set that I had, so I just threw it on.
And if all the range can make sure they have
just
meld,
like these are the rings and stuff that
last part.
I like as in general when I hit level like 28,
Hey,
29.
are you looking to join the raid?
And so like I went
What
to
are
put
you
these
doing?
things-
So probably
Hey, Sheila.
I went to
We
put
are doing
these
Lord of
things
Blades.
on
I have somebody that just hit the
Samus,
LFM.
but they were over here on Java, so they're tied up. So
I can do Lord of Blades.
should also
Alright.
fix that. So 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of gear need to be adjusted, and this is okay, but it's not great.
I'm on Sheila.
It's medium. Or we could find a different way to get the hit point bonus in. And the false life. I don't know. I'm just
for the who list to populate, trying to
thinking
also
about
sending this guy a tell, letting him know that we filled.
Would Spider go to bed?
Yeah, he was tired. He said to tell you he'd be on in the afternoon tomorrow, so hopefully he'll catch you then.
Yeah, he sent me a tow. And several reminders to get the free account access stuff.
I saw that. Brad!
okay. Just making sure that we
Said, I
got
hope you
people
don't mind, but I changed the message of the day to remind
readjusted.
Brad. I'm like, yeah, go for it.
All right, so what could you just give me a quick explanation of your character? Are you
Who, me? I do DPS bard, but I can DPS pretty decently.
so you're okay, cool.
I mean, I can do all the buffs too, but
Are you
Well,
a
we have-
Warchan or a spell singer?
Yeah, we have another buffer.
Spell
So...
singer.
Oh, you're a spell singer?
caster bard, yes.
Okay. So all right. So if you could kind of focus on heals a little bit, because we're gonna probably need that.
I definitely can off heal.
Okay. Yeah. So you can throw a little DPS, but I think probably the healing will be the biggest thing you could do, because we have Black Heals is our main is our only real healer, but he's going to be kiting the red names at the end.
I will wear my healing crap because
Cool.
I've got a healing set.
And Black Heals, do you have a blade barrier on that character?
See, that's a tier
Yes, I'll
of
do what
player
I
that
did
I'm
last
not.
week.
I just put shit
Okay,
on and
perfect.
just get
wanted
shit
to make sure.
done.
I thought so.
People who
I
like
just
prepare for
wanted to just
certain
make any
things are
assumptions.
much better
All
than
right,
me.
stepping in on hard.
You just have to remind me which part or when the part is, so I can get ready.
Okay, yeah, and don't worry about any red names that are on orange. You won't be able to pull it, or I mean, boom. You're probably not going to be able to pull them off. It's not a perfect science. Just we want to get the stuff that's running around after the party off.
Oh, yeah.
To the range, because we don't want the range to be dropping. That makes the whole thing hard. All right, let's just go ahead to the lockout point, and then we'll do buffing there. We have some people already moved up there, so let's do that.
Fine coat of dust covers the mangled cannon security measures that once guarded this area.
Bard speed.
Lord of Blades arrived.
You shouldn't need too much. You shouldn't need too much crowd control for this one, Black Heels. Like it's mainly just. I think in the first part, it's the dogs. It's basically the dogs and the Lord of Blades are all red named, and then
Right, so
we get a couple waves of trash, but Domos
They,
has like free insta kills. Like
my Facebook updated,
even if you want to kill them, you probably won't be able
and
to. So,
they also have a
you get one
small
maybe.
ad sponsored request.
And then
It's pretty neat.
Then we're gonna get the red names and the orange name trash. We can kill the or the red names and yellow name trash. We can kill the yellow name stuff. It's not a big deal. And then just drop blade barriers and get whatever red names you can. And then a couple of them are gonna wander over to Boom, and we'll get stuck on Boom. There's not much we can do about that. The AOE DPS on Boom will probably kill it before it's done, and then we'll get a respawn that will hopefully get caught in your blade barrier. All right, if Java and Sheila, if you could let us know when you're done. I know it's tougher to coordinate with too.
I'm done. I just went ahead
All right.
and did everybody.
Doesn't
And
have
she could go do them.
Bard Mouse, give me a heads up.
All right, so Boom, if you want to go introduce yourself to the welcoming party.
A war party springs forward.
All right.
Paladin roars. You cannot defeat us, for we are
So, whoa. Okay. All Alright, in other news that's not important, my Facebook updated, and there's also a small ad up there in the suggested.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, putting some actual money into advertisement does seem sweet.
Well, especially that, because that can't be too expensive, and it's fairly targeted. You know, they can get a pretty reasonable, guesstimate.
Oh yeah, you get a whole bunch of people like MMOs or gaming in general. Like you can tie all that shit down: computers, gaming, etc. Ah, sprint boost. That's like wings. Anyway, we played a little bit with Maybar, not a ton. We're gonna have to do a little bit more work to get our +2 con trinket together, which we'll need for Java pretty soon. I kind of would like to have that done today already for raids, but I didn't quite get it done. We'll get that done for next time for sure. And then of course we'll need at least 2 for Samus most likely.
Someone roll into
I think that'll be Boom, or well, I guess either Boom or Black Heels.
I'm already done the shaft.
Black Heels, you know what to do there?
I have a
Java can do it apparently.
I have a 99 at the moment.
Okay.
And I'm
And
not
I mean,
like
I don't know if that's just
doing
for the
stuff.
chest or if that's mandatory for the quest. Honestly,
Just for the chest.
Oh, he did it.
It's done. She's
Mom.
able to open the door now.
My hero. Turbulent knows the way. Con is a good one.
I love the new key approach. You know, we didn't run that many quests. We only ran 3 quests. Wait,
4? I think 4 was Infamous.
yeah. So 8. I got 8 keys and 4 quests. Of course, I think I got more than anybody, but else in the group.
I got 2 keys and 4 quests.
But that's really nice.
Uh,
You got 10?
3?
So running the graveyard quest or whatever, we did it at 35 most of the time. We did 15 runs and I got 10 keys. But
Wow. So it sounds like it's better to do it in quests.
It depends on your luck.
I think you got pretty lucky, Rand, because I ran a bunch of quests today and I didn't get nearly as many.
Yeah, everyone was telling me, especially Morale was telling me I was getting lucky.
Drain was very lucky.
grabbing
Like, that's
the
not
timer now?
every single class we got for those shavings practically, except the first one.
Yeah, except the first one. That's I think I did every chest but the first one.
So what I'm hearing is Rand used hacks to get keys and attributed it to luck.
I mean, that's fair.
Well, there is a coupon code. Okay, let's see. I always have trouble making sure. I want to make sure nobody is shrining. Nope, we're good. So, Boom, if you want to go say hi to LOB.
Yep. And if I do lose aggro or you pull it and you're ranged, do not kite, please. Either bring it to me if you do, or let me come and collect it from you. But do not kite.
Yeah, and that's a good general rule for all raids.
Oh, before we get too far away from the subject though, it takes about 5 minutes to run it at level by yourself and you'll always get a key. So you can get a key basically for 5 minutes a run by yourself, but you doesn't mean that you're good on with people. It's kind of shitty.
Oh, interesting. Well, there is one you can get if you go to the DDO store page. There's a coupon code for 1 free key.
What is the coupon code?
It's like Mwahaha, but I don't exactly know how to spell that off the top of my head.
Oh.
Some variation of that.
Okay. So I debuffed the Lord of Blades
Those
purposefully
pillars need to all come down
as quickly
right
as
now.
possible.
Yeah, all the
So
pillars
the
in
tank
this
can build
phase
up as
come
much
down.
hate as possible.
The
That's my
hounds are
general
down.
thinking.
Yeah, watch the goo. There's goo down there. That's heavy.
Break enchant will remove it.
that's a handy one to have if you're in here.
Alright.
Alright, so I think everyone here has done this before, but just as a reminder, we're gonna, in the final phase, we're gonna take down east, prep the 2 northwest. By prep, I mean just take the tops only down and leave the bottom.
Nice debuffing again.
Something's missing.
Yep, 175. Definitely good debuff.
Missing something. What didn't get
Superman.
layered in?
Superman, and remember, you want to be right in the middle for this. If you're just off the middle, if you want to get somebody killed, then you can be just off the middle. But generally, it's not good in here. Scatter. Yeah, if someone's right off the middle, he comes down often on that person instead of on the edge, and then is able to kill
Dogs.
several people in the middle.
Need to figure out how to lower my intimidate a few points so I can not get the Lord of Blades and just pull the dogs off, but I
Stun back out.
don't think I have a good way to do that.
Whirlwind, back out.
Nope.
Or he will bat you in the water.
Oof, that's a lot of damage too. I got my affirmation procced at just the right second there. Otherwise, I might have been dead.
All I know is I was reading the buff log, making sure that I had everything going, just as I got batter upped.
I think the Lord of Blades may have debuffed you this time.
Nah.
Dogs first.
The Lord of Blades, as he struggles with something only he can see.
Do those debuffs stay when you're dead, or do they disappear?
I don't know.
I
They
guess
should
some of them
stay
probably
on.
Fade over, some probably fade over time. Okay.
They
dogs
all
first?
fade over time, yeah. And my venom is still ticking for like 500 plus a tick, so.
Superman.
Grandma's getting beyond your skills soon. It happens, man. It happens to us all, unfortunately.
Who was outside?
Soon.
Blades, middle, blades, middle.
Soon we'll be moving my office upstairs to the new area. And we'll start working on that, and I'll be able to show you guys some stuff pretty soon. But part of what will be added to the streaming environment, accoutrement, however you want to call it, is my grandfather's, or my grandparents' cuckoo clock. So that'll be cool.
Scatter.
Let's see, usually Rand finds me and reses me, I find. Historically. No? Oh, mother fudge. Okay.
All right, it's getting towards the end. End now. So as soon as we're gonna have 3 waves of trash, as soon as that 3rd wave of trash is down, then the red names will start coming shortly after that. If for some reason we have a lot of deaths, do not kill the last wave of enemies until we get everybody up.
Okay.
As of now, it looks good, obviously, but you just never know. Sometimes stuff happens. All right, first wave of trash.
Blackheart, I wasn't here when you did this last time. I will try to maintain the opposite side that you were on.
Center?
For continuity.
Pounds. Scatter. Get out of the goo. Tuesday. Second wave. Unless I missed a wave.
I swear to God, whenever the Lord of Blades is down, I know where he is. It's directly behind me.
What's your timer, Domos? Okay, pillars are up. So it looks like we had all 3 waves. I think Domos is just so fast on the killing stuff.
We got 1 minute.
All right, so it's already down. So we'll get you. All right, so just start dropping them blade barriers. If you have something on you, bring it to Domos, or bring it to the blade barrier.
I mean, that's the whole point of tonight.
And then, which, well,
Alright, first one's down. Who needs...
The Lord of Blades falls. The cracks in his armor vanish as a blue glow surrounds him. The Lord-forged god regains his feet and resumes his attack.
Almost is ready for raise.
I'll get Domos. Don't worry about it.
Okay, boom, boom, go.
Time for the Lord of Blades, then we take down the pillars.
Should be good for the rest of the fight.
All right, he's up in the air in 1 second. Almost down. Okay, don't take down the pillars. Okay, pillars. Win.
I'm helpless.
All right, I'll some fighting off to get you. Did you get that?
I'm good now. Thank you.
Wasn't bad.
shooting at something, apparently.
It's victory lag.
All right, very smooth run.
I don't know, the loss of but 2. Feel like Honorable Suckapoo by the raid leader. Let's go.
No. Yeah, it's fine as long as nobody was at negative 8,000 or more. I think it's fine.
Damn it. I have no idea how negative it was. It's a huge number, I'm sure.
It is done. By your own power, you prevented the
Yeah, I assume you got pushed into the water. And
I did. I was looking at the debuff list and just got baseball batted out there. I was just too slow.
for you to claim your just rewards.
I suppose as the most deadest thing, this is my job, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All the peanut butter and
Sure.
jelly sandwiches.
What pan the loot gods?
All the peanut butter and jelly
I almost
sandwiches.
died of the goo. I forgot to put in my energy sheet, the electric, which I guess is good. I get used to not having it because that's going to be the case very soon.
Should probably just take that, I suppose.
Anyone need a short sword? The alchemical one.
I'd roll that.
If just one person wants it, you can have it. Ooh. Is that black or tusk?
Yeah. Hard pass.
All right, nicely done. Nice tanking, nice heals, nice kiting or off tanking, kiting the red names. Great DPS. Great debuffs, great heal, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the shark guy?
It's all in the debuffing, I think.
It helps a lot. It really, I mean,
Because it's the usual group. It's just the debuffing is like, wow.
it's like adding several people, honestly, because it makes, I mean, it over doubles my DPS. Yeah.
Well, all the things, like the math is like 200 and some odd percentage, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure how the math works, but because I guess what it is it's going from, I mean, in theory, a lot of them are at 0, I guess, right? 0 PRR and MRR. Is that how it works? And then they go negative.
I don't know. I just that's the math on the spreadsheet, and just like these are the things I put together, and something weird. I'm just trusting their maths.
Okay.
Not a bad helm.
Is that a max write-up? I'll have to take a look at that because I've tried to figure the math out myself and couldn't. And
yeah, it's in the the last tab of the sheet, I think, right in the PDF.
All right, I'm going to check that out because I have always been very confused by debuff math and stacking, and it just seems like it works better than it should, which I'm okay with. Honestly, I'd rather have. I mean, I'm fine with it the way it is, but it's because my math. Something's wrong with my math. Like, I'm not doing it correctly.
And where's this build listed?
It's the Bard debuffer buffer spreadsheet thing.
It's in the Tau. I think Max shared it in the Tau channel. I don't know if you're in there, if you can see it, but if not, I could send you a link.
I do have the Tau channel up. Is it in the Reaper rating basic suggestions?
It might actually be under builds somewhere there.
That's not available to non-members, to guests.
Really?
Okay, yeah, I'm just a guest.
Guests cannot get better.
Well, it's shareable, so I will share it with you after raids tonight. I'll send you the link. It's pretty good. I mean, it'd be good to have a few people with those builds around because, the only thing is that, the MRR is kind of low. It depends if you do the Monk Splash or not. There's different ways to build it.
Let's say there's a bunch of different ones. I picked the one that most aligned with like Java's potential TR path. So like, I'm only a few lives away from a completionist on Java, for example, just by the miscellaneous that I've gone through. So this is another life to kind of work towards that and still be good for everybody.
Cool. Yeah, and obviously if you have Bard levels, you can't have Monk levels. So
correct.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably recommend building it without the Monk levels because, 50 MRR, in some of the raids it's just too little. I mean, I think that's if somebody has a lot of, past lives and Reaper points and such to make up for it, I guess. But
somebody can someone who was complete and really wanted to push raids or whatever. This like a good debuffing build would be really strong for that. But like, it feels like to take it to the next level after like the watermark I'm at right now, you have to devote like a ton of racials into it and just go complete over the top. But I think it's doing the kind of numbers, like it's doing what I'm wanting to do now for like not that much extra investment, right? I made like one Shroud weapon. I managed to get a raid weapon that I was looking for. I've got a Shroud set or a Sharn set on, like, and I did a life. It's a pretty minimal investment.
Well,
for like you said, it feels like a huge payoff.
Yeah, well, feel free to post your build on the builds, section in Easily Distracted because I'm sure people would like to see it if you're comfortable with it.
At some point, I'll do a video and I'll link it over there.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
that'd be great. Yeah, because I'm sure a lot of your viewers would be interested in that as well, because I mean, I think a lot of people know about the buffing now, but it's still, at least for some people, it's still sort of a new concept, and it's a newish concept for, kind of DDO in general. I mean, debuffing was really not a thing until, Reaper sort of pushed the limits of characters a little bit.
Yeah, I will say that it seems like every single night that we do a raid or whatever, I get asked to put my build up in various stages throughout the start of the night. So if you just go back to any of the Tuesdays or Thursday nights, the build will get up there eventually. It's cool. Like every time. So even if I don't get around to it eventually, just the vlog or YouTube or whatever will show you most of it.
11 in Master
Too
Artificer.
bad I absolutely hate videos.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I put out, other people put out. I mean, now this is where I'm going to sound a little petty for a second. I apologize. But Voodoo's thing is like 1,000 videos or something, right? Like that's his hook on YouTube. Well, I put 2 videos out a day, 5 days a week. Over 80% of them are YouTube videos. I have almost 2,000 videos in general on my channel.
Wow.
So 80% of those are YouTube videos. Several hundred of those are individual videos on how to do quests. Several of them are build videos. Most of them are how you just get things done. Also, I believe, except for the one missing person, we're good.
Sheila, are you are you there?
I'm here. I was stuck open for a second, apparently. So what's that? Oh,
The Master Artificer?
Oh, damn it! Fuck you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Discord.
I've Chrono and I used to always call it Artificer, and then we always get corrected. It was Artificer, and then so I started calling it Artificer, and then I've been getting corrected recently. It's Artificer. Well, I'd like to know what the correct pronunciation is because I've been corrected both ways.
Whatever I say is wrong.
It's
That's
however
that's
you
how I
wanna
do
say
it.
It's not really ultra critical.
Again, moments in time I like latch onto. So I remember this moment in time where Jerry gave me like a 25-minute dressing down for calling it Artificer instead of Artificer or vice versa. I don't remember which way he said, but I was saying it wrong, and I got a big dressing down by somebody that was like, not my boss.
We are ready to roll. Yeah, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, I've heard people correct me both ways on that, like multiple times. Like it's happened multiple times.
If you're British, it's Artificer. If you're an American, it's Artificer.
Is that true, or is that just you
No,
make
that's
that up?
absolutely 100% accurate.
I was gonna say because it actually sounds good. Very, it sounds very believable.
So how do Canadians say it?
When they say aluminium instead of aluminum.
I don't care, cause like I mean I can't vouch for how Canadians say it, cause I'm French.
No, you're a French Canadian, which anyone
Yes.
from France will be more than happy to point out to you.
Makes me Canadian.
Well, hang on. I mean, we can answer this. She runs into battle, right? Not French.
No, that's
Aha.
Canadian. That's Canadian.
Yeah, where does that whole idea come from that the French are? Is there like a historical concept for that?
In World War
Every
II,
time.
World War II, because they had treated so quickly.
But
should
it's
probably know
not,
that.
I mean, it was more the French army. It wasn't, like the resistance people and all that.
Well, no, the Resistance went on to kick ass for like 7 years or whatever. The rest of the war.
But they basically got steamrolled by the Germans during the Blitzkrieg, and they got a bad rap because they retreated faster than they should have.
That's true of a lot of invasions.
Germans are actually way overextended.
And no one would even give a crap except the French are so fucking arrogant when you go over to their country and try and talk to them that you just want to remind them you'd be speaking German if it wasn't for us, so shut up.
It's going to be really fair, though. They're going to be speaking German again. It's just going to take a while, and German's going to buy them first.
Yeah, they had this sort of alternate, history thing on Amazon where it was showing like what it was like if the Axis won and America was divided up, half German, half Japanese. Forget the name of the show. It was pretty. I thought it was pretty good.
The Man in
Yeah,
High
the
Castle.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was
Yeah.
pretty well done, and so I
Ooh.
think another season coming.
The Turtle Dove alternate reality thing.
I should watch that.
Yeah, it's free if
That
you have
does
the
sound
Prime.
good.
If you have Prime,
I do.
It's not a
It's
premium.
not free in Canada if you have Prime. You have to buy it extra.
Oof.
More importantly, if you
Man,
have
they
Prime,
broke me.
more importantly, if you have Prime, you have a Twitch subscription that you can give away for free every month. We have to put the
Oh,
plugs
really?
in. Yep.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Yeah,
ready
you-
for Res.
You link your two
Me too.
Amazon accounts together, your Twitch and your Amazon, and then you get to give it away for free every month. Somebody out there gets $2.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
and they do have like also
Still
other
ready for
perks.
res, but getting carried around. Thank you.
They had other perks. I forget. Wasn't there some perk?
There's
a
like-
perk with something I did. Oh, that was with Magic the Gathering.
yeah, there's like different game giveaway type things also often.
Yeah, like with Magic Arena, they gave away something. I forget what it was, but they gave away something if you had Prime. You just went there and hooked it up with your Magic account or something.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit aggravating because the Prime in my household is in my wife's account name. So like she has it, which is nice because then she can subscribe to my or my Twitch or whatever. But then I can't do any of the game stuff.
Oh, really? Because we have the same situation. I'm pretty sure my wife is considered the primary account holder. But yet I'm able to connect everything.
Yeah, see the problem is that because we developed our two accounts separately, so like all the comic books and movies and TV shows and stuff are unlocked on mine. And on
Okay.
hers is where like they haven't had a way where you can merge your two accounts together yet, which is what needs to happen.
All right, that is it. So let's grab good term.
I'm over in this little corner here where they cornered me, and there's like 2 or 3 of them. Never mind, I got a res.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
God damn it, microphone.
Mhm.
I continue to hate Discord.
Why? How could you hate Discord?
Because
What's better?
I want you guys to spend those nickels to come and listen to the random ass commentary that comes out of my mouth as opposed to getting it for free.
Oh, we can't. We're in your raid.
No, you can watch the stream and raid at the same time.
Hell no. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's easy. Lots of people do.
I don't. Can't focus on that many things, so keep talking.
Well, that's just it. I'm more like a
maybe
background
I'll just-
radio, I think, for most people. Just
Well,
like,
yeah, but I mean, if we're going to, if like when I don't feel up for raiding, then I might just tune in to you if
That's
I get
fair.
used to hearing your background noise.
that's fair. So this is the thing, though. If you would like to have the full open mic experience, that may happen on Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not promising anything yet, but disaster could happen.
Sammy is live at the Cow Palace.
Yay!
Yeah, well, if you do decide you want it to go on the calendar, let us know and we'll get it all connected for you there.
Wednesday night rambling raids.
Well, yeah, I know he's not committing to anything right now, but I'm just saying if you ever do.
Yeah, that's
so,
fair.
you know.
No, like I said, we just put an LFM up yesterday, and we ended up doing all sorts of random crap, and apparently it was a really good time. If you'd like a good sample of what that might be like, the kind of nightmare you could be opting into, go check out the blog.
Cool.
Sending Bill to space? Which Bill?
Is there a reason we're not opening this door?
I mean, Shatner? Shatner already went
Just
and
double
came
checking
back.
to make sure nobody gets locked out. My nightmare in this raid.
He's already there and back again.
You know what? We should probably. I guess we'll go to the right. So Alts has been going to the left lately, but I know people are used to going to the right. But I thought
So good
maybe I'd
looking.
switch over to his method just so it's consistent.
Love
For
you.
people that do both nights.
What's the advantage to going left?
I think it's that you can then go clockwise and go the shortest distance around the circle, or around the rectangle rather. Boom, if you want to introduce yourself. So yeah, somebody had mentioned to us in a raid, why do you guys? Because we would always go here and then go north, and then go clockwise. And so somebody mentioned, why do you do it this way? Because you're only going 3 sides. Why don't you do the 3 shortest sides? And we were trying to explain. We both started trying to explain it, and then we realized, well, there's really no. That's a good point. There's really no reason why we would do anything other than, we'd want to do the 2 short sides and 1 long side instead of 2 long sides and the short side. So we started doing that. I started going from here and going counterclockwise, and then at some point I think Alt started starting north and going clockwise because people are used to going clockwise. So that's how that started, though. I think it was. The Thumb brothers, Vorpal and Holy Thumb, that suggested that, why are you guys doing it that way? Because we inevitably lose 1 or 2 people to electric damage during that part, so the shorter the better.
Alright, I'm going to apologize in advance, but once again, free sample. How fucking dare they? How dare they question the established method of how to do the quest? Dare them. Hawks upon their house.
Hawks are nice. Are they yummy?
A hawk? I've never actually had a hawk before. They probably are yummy.
You mean hawk?
Oh, pox, not a hawk. I heard a hawk.
No, I don't want to give anyone pox. That's rude. I want them to have hawks.
I'll start,
They poop a lot, and they're really awkward.
Hey Rand, don't forget whenever we have to kill the 2 titans that you can only use, I think it's the level 7 heal and above.
Yeah, so do you have any of those? We might have a little trouble with that. Okay. Because we'll probably just have somebody kite the other one around rather than having you tank him, because we don't have a healer. We don't have anyone else that has the heals, I think, that can heal through that.
She might.
So
Sheila
again,
might.
we gotta...
Oh, yeah, well, Sheila, I think we'll have level 6 as a bard unless she has SLAs.
Oh, yeah. Alright.
It's possible a druid might, but I don't think there's a lot of... Is there that many druid spells 7 and above to heal? I don't think so.
I think I'm not. I think my Discord screwed up, so I can only talk when I'm actually
Alright, sheet check. We're going to go east from here. I'll probably switch it next week to do the way that Ult's changed.
I do not have the high level. I could do. I don't have a high level heals.
Alright, so we'll probably have...
Oh boy.
Alright, let's see how this goes. Here's the long side. I think we
Yeah,
got
no
lucky.
ramp.
Yeah, I think we got lucky with the door there.
Yeah, Rand, I was just giving you a heads up just before we got to that situation. Again.
Yeah, thanks, appreciate it. No, that's a great point, and we don't. Last week we had a healer, so we were able to. All right, let's disable the traps in the north, kill in the south.
This...
Yeah, because I kept trying to heal you guys.
Messes
and
me
you
up a
guys'
little
hit
bit.
points were going up. I'm like, I'm casting these spells.
Yeah, it's like the mirror. I think some SLAs work, but spell-wise, it's like mass cure. Heal's just too slow, or mass heal, but mass cure moderate, mass cure critical. I think the SLA, Mass Cure Moderate, or no, Critical or Serious. Mass Cure Moderate works only as an SLA.
Serious or yeah.
Yeah, Serious or Critical works as a spell. Mass Cure Moderate works if you have Exalted Angel.
Okay.
And Divine Wrath works. Okay, so can somebody just kite around? Okay, let's we'll have Boom on purple. Get a couple of the ranged on green, but if green gets stuck on one of the cannons, just let it stay there, and we'll let's focus on getting purple down.
All right, so you're afraid
we have enough range.
Purple DPS?
So ranged and casters on green, everyone else on purple. Once purple's down 25%, then we lose he loses its shield, and then at that point we can have black kind of head over to help out on the ranged tanking that. That thing can be a bit tough to tank or to kite. Right, where do we have green? All right.
I'm not gonna need much healing. Black can tank the other one if he wants. He's got the intim.
That's also for the melees too. So because he's turned several times, but we've got him almost down to 25%. So Sheila, once he's down to 25%, then you can heal the party and you can have black heals head over. All right, Black, you can grab green, and then Sheila, should be able to heal the melees now. All right, hold up on green. Let's see where. Okay, let's get let's get a few people over to green.
A Java bot, maybe. Just
Yeah. Okay.
Java bot.
Let's stop on purple because purple is pretty much almost ready to go. Java bot on green for sure.
Remington's doing okay for all things considered, as far as I know. He had a big test today. We'll see what happens.
Okay, green's at about 33%. Green's at about 20%. All right, green is prepped. Let's see where's purple. All right, let's take him down.
Alright, so all I have to do is figure out how to make 2 of me. Got it.
Yeah. All right. Any ranged? Throw it at Tobin. Active.
There you go. Feel impressive, ranged people. I bet they had big-ass numbers. I bet those were huge numbers right there. But no, Remington's doing pretty good. All things considered, he's about to be done for the season.
What happens if you don't bring him down?
There was a problem with his clinicals.
They re-prep to 20%
due to amount of hours that
never
needed
had that,
rest
but we almost
before
had that
clinical.
once. I think we had all the ranged down, and
Kinda
we had
messed us
a
up
couple
for a little bit.
casters, and then people throwing their daggers or whatever at it that were melees, and we barely got it down, but it was close.
I think Samus is the one that wants everything out of here. I don't think Java wants anything
What
out
the
of
fuck?
here. What's the matter, baby?
Legendary Alchemist Bandit.
Yeah, that's a good item.
Yeah, there's nothing in here for me. Yeah, I'm gonna move the office upstairs, and Remington's gonna move his bedroom down here. So he's on night shifts now, so he's doing overnights, so it's better for him to have a dark room for when he goes to sleep and stuff like that. Plus, it's just nicer down here.
Boom, did you go undead for Dry the Demigod, or did you still fleshy?
Fleshy.
Okay.
Undead as a crutch.
It's a crutch I like to use, actually.
Ooh.
I agree with you.
What's the new big number? Is it 14?
Correct.
Oh, never mind. This is trash. Alright. Druid.
So we'll probably want to have Black Heels off tanking the giants,
I was excited.
bear, etc. So
Max Con ring
Sheila,
plus
do you
false
think you
life.
could keep
I could see some lives. That was good.
healed in the center?
Sure. Yeah, I should be able to.
Okay, great. Then we'll have Domos in the center, and then everyone else will be with the party.
So no one is interested in the legendary alchemist's pendant?
Looks like,
No, thank you.
no thanks, I'm out.
For two-handed, big sword user.
All right. Let's take another bio break and stuff like that. Grab a fresh twisted tea. You guys know I hate running ads and stuff, but it's the best way to run the pay for the channel and stuff. Unfortunately, we're just low on subscribers this month. So we'll be right back, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and throw another minute on the break. Grab a fresh tea, take a pee. I'll be right back, everybody.
Fixing my Discord. I'll be right back.
And for anyone interested in joining Turb and I tomorrow for Friday raids, in addition to what's on the schedule, we've been doing 2 Out to Handle the last couple weeks and succeeding. So if you're interested in Friday raids, come on out.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yep,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yes,
We
good.
could hear you earlier too.
Well, no, you could only hear me when I was not. When I minimized my. I had to toggle.
Oh.
So I had to go and open it as administrator. Because you were asking me a question, and I'm going, no, I can't heal. No, I don't have those high heels. And I'm like, wait, they can't hear me.
Yeah, so that was actually after once the purple one's down to 25%, then he loses his shield, and at that point you can heal. So that's we kind of moved Black Heels over at that point. So that's sorry for the confusion there.
No, I knew it. I just knew as a bard I don't have a high enough level heal spells.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, just by default, so you can't, unless you have an SLA or something.
I mean, I have a couple SLAs, but they're not enough to heal a
party.
when they're getting that kind of damage.
How did I?
Because that.
How did I get my
does
earbuds all
decent
confused here?
All right,
I
if
hate
somebody
earbuds, by the
doesn't
way,
want to
chat.
do a
We
roll,
gotta
let me
find
know.
a
But
better
I mean,
solution.
we'll kind of do that. We'll have
Something else.
Boom, Domos,
I don't know what.
and Sheila in the center. And I don't think Boom needs too much healing, but probably a little bit here and there. And then off tank will be Black Heels. Puzzler will be Morale. Bluffer, I think Java's been doing that and doing great. You have the bluff, don't you, Java?
Yeah, I think so. Like
I think it's
90s
80-ish
or something.
Yeah, 80s or something. If not, I have an item I could do it with, but better to not use the item.
I just got here. Was Sheila? Were you already buffing people, or?
No, sorry.
That's fine. I'll get on it.
I will too.
I'm not even there yet.
Yeah, we're still missing 3 people.
Slacking.
So I was just wondering, Why did we choose as a society to make our toilets white? That seems like a waste. Like, not very good planning.
Well,
We know when they're
when you go to the
unsanitary.
clean house,
Yeah,
you want to
and
know
see when they're clean.
Shit's not clean.
But you're just gonna clean it regularly anyway. So if it happens to get nasty the first day after a cleaning, I mean, come on.
You say that. I know people that do not clean their toilets.
Well, I had a toilet that didn't get cleaned for seemed like ages. Like it was only used for number one, and it sat in a dark room, and no one ever went in there except the number one, and it was just disgusting. And that's totally my fault. I understand that. But, like, I still understand. Like a little bit of a shade, so it hides a little bit, right? Like you don't get a white car, most people. Oh God, I left my tea in the other room.
They do have different colored toilets, just the default is white.
Yeah, I think ours are like almond or something, you know, or whatever.
I've never licked a toilet, I'm sorry. I don't know what flavor
But
mine
they're
is.
definitely not chocolate brown.
No,
My
I will.
grandma used to have a pink toilet for the girls and a blue toilet for the boys.
Oh boy.
I'm not for that kind of segregation.
Yeah, I will say this, that that if you like we had our house was built in '86, and I think had all the original toilets, and we replaced 2 of them, and I want to say it uses a lot less water now. Like, I mean, I've noticed a difference on my water bill.
I do go
swapping 2
green.
of them out. It's just so much more efficient, and hasn't really lost anything. Like, it's just as powerful as the other ones, or just as good as the other ones.
I'll tell you, the new toilet I just bought, not only is it gray, it also uses no water.
Yeah, hardly any water. It's
No,
really-
mine,
really
it
good.
literally uses none. It's a composting toilet.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. It's, I want to say poopy in some way. That's like a composting pun, but I'm a little slow right now. I'm sorry. Because the only one I can think of is it's poop. It's shitty. That's not good. It's awesome.
But accurate.
No, it's great. It's a really not like it's pretty good actually.
It's not just a hole in the ground in your backyard, is it? This is an actual toilet?
A hole in the ground in the toilet's also a real thing. Fuck you. That's called a vault toilet. Hello. But actually, I do have a plastic toilet, yes. It's a Nature's Head toilet.
So, do you have to clean that differently than you would a regular toilet because of the fact that it doesn't use water and that you can't put those kind of products if you want viable compost?
So you use coconut husk, basically, and you get that wet, but not super wet, and you put your solids in there, and you use a peat averter to catch your liquids, and they go in a different place, and that gets evaporated out. So as long as you keep it churning and make sure that you don't overflow your compost, so you're able to continue to turn your wheel, you should be fine.
But what about cleaning the toilet itself?
When you're, well, I mean, I imagine you just wiped that out. We've not had a dirty problem yet, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when we lived up in New York, a lot of in the like more rural areas or outskirts have like septic systems.
Yep.
And we were looking at a house when we were buying a house up there, and this one yard we went into, it was like wavy. And I was asking the realtor about it. I said, "There's something weird about this backyard. It's like kind of wavy." And the realtor said, I think that they went too long without having their septic system cleared.
That can
I'm
happen.
like, I don't want anything to do with this house. I don't know anything about septic systems, but I want nothing to do with this house.
Yeah, we have 2 leach fields. We have because we're in the mountains, so we have one leach field that's lower, and then we have a second leach field with the pump.
Yeah.
That's higher up.
Honestly, assuming they haven't put anything down it that was like problematic, it's probably just that's probably what it is. There's something down there that's slowing down the rate of diffusal, but it should be fine.
Black Heel's been sitting in lobby.
Oh, is he? Okay, I didn't hear. Sorry. Let me invite him. I just want to make sure. Didn't want to bother him when
like for example, I have a almost my entire life I've lived with a septic tank. The times that I've lived in the city, I haven't, but basically that's it. And the only time I had a problem with my septic tank, or 2 times I had a problem with the septic tank. One, they were trying to test the water and keep it clean of nitrates, so they were like pouring stuff down crazily, and that like put a lot of water in the system. And then when someone intentionally threw stuff down there, the rest of the time it was fine.
Starting.
Bluffable. Yeah, I mean, as long as you have it cleaned regularly, it's not a problem, right? So it's not, and it's not super
Well, that's just it. You
expensive.
shouldn't even have to clean it ever, really.
Well, it depends how many people live with you. I mean, every few years. It's not like something that happens all the time.
Yeah, like I said, literally in 40 years, I've had a septic tank drained twice. And both of them is because of flooding or purposely doing something wrong.
Well, not drain. I'm talking about the. But you can make it where it's less. Awesome.
Yeah. Again, like I said, as long as you.
I had a guy up here where I live fell to the ground into the septic tank because it rotted out.
Better have a rock under you? Nah, it's fine.
Well, this used to be my great-grandmother. They've had it since the 30s. And the original septic system was a redwood tank that was like 10 feet from the creek. So when they got it replaced, they had to totally change it out.
Talk about some shitty
Wanna
tea in the
play for
morning.
Your neighbor's lower water?
I'm gonna say that makes some shitty tea in the morning.
But
Yeah.
it was like a summer cat, so like people weren't up here all the time.
Let's begin this final act where I
All right.
show you it's doubtless fact that tearing down the Ladrin walls will usher freedom for
Every once in a while, I certainly am not on the ball. I'm not quite keeping up with my responsibilities, but thankfully we were in a position where we didn't have to be
I'm
totally
gonna
on
keep
the
dragging
ball.
him to the northeast corner, FYI.
Part of the also, since we're defensive fighting, we don't have any really ranged capabilities. So until we get our assault or dust or something, we can only do so much here.
Well, that beetle was like overly aggressive.
I should be okay if
Yeah,
you want to go play with the party.
I almost died to the one beat. That did, almost 1,500 damage in one shot.
I'm gonna say rescued one, but not the other. I couldn't have saved both.
I think you got a horse on you, Sheila.
Oh man. These
Ow.
I do like this raid.
Oh, but
Not
you're
dead
still
yet.
alive.
There's a horse in the with the party.
Okay. That's fine. Am I somehow in Timmy on a 1? And no way, right? It's gotta be somebody else's in Tim. The bear, maybe? Yeah, it's gotta be the bear's in Tim, right? Turbulent, you should be getting close, right?
I got 18 seconds left.
Bringing the horse back.
Every time I try to run away from you, one of the unicorns comes on me.
Hot.
Wow, that guy like ran all over. Oh, that's why. Archer.
Ow! Ringer! Heal me! So close.
Nice.
I'm also a terrible healer because of close range, so try not to do that
Alright.
anymore. Don't do it anymore. Stay alive. Damage slice off.
I didn't die yet.
It's fair.
Not dead yet? It's only a flesh wound.
Yeah, we had some pretty timely heals. I was at a negative 41, and somebody got me like right away. It was helpful.
Horses are running off again. No one near them. It's
But I stepped on one rally. Sorry, I might have to reset. That was me.
Tagged heals. Yeah, you good now? Okay. Just
Yeah,
for the
didn't
record, I
stop
monitored
quick enough. I
chats.
saw you walk on one.
Yeah, well, I was killing the trash. I didn't realize it was already lit up. All right, now we
I
have the.
prefer, you know,
We have the
not
chipmunk.
dying. So thanks for the trash taking.
How many
I
big
guess I
debuffs,
can ask you
guys?
to take out the trash all the time now, eh?
There you go. I'm probably not as good at it as Domos, but
I thought Domos got taken out by the trash.
Well, that does happen too. It goes back and forth.
that is part of wizard life.
Oh yeah.
4 hit points per
Unless
level.
you're called Sanea and you're unkillable. This one is also bluffable.
That
But
is
there's
awesome.
trash.
Look at you, what you've become. They have you trapped under their thumb, twisted you with all their lies, their palaces.
Oh shit.
Your bitterness pollutes your leaves.
I got the wrong one in mind. I'm sorry.
And I was following. Yeah, I went the wrong way too.
I'm
so
sprint
I was
boosting to the correct one. Be right there.
Or sing me some songs as you run, Samus.
Okay.
Thank you. You gotta go bluff the dude.
I did.
Oh, never mind, he just
You
disappeared.
said I did.
His lagged.
I don't think I saw the. Did we get that? I don't think I
Yeah, we
saw the
did.
message. Okay.
So for those of you who know Super Irish, I love Irish rock music. I really like this raid.
Still has the
Any DPS
balance
buffs you
the
have for this
northeast.
part? I didn't think we got it. I didn't see the message.
Yeah, it says
Oh,
balance
really?
northeast door stones.
Yep, so we got to dance. Okay, so
Dance. Left.
No, keep going. Keep going.
Right.
Keep going.
Forward.
I like this is my fault. Should have been faster.
Back.
Woo! Look how fast we can go. We
Clear.
can go to tight circle.
I don't think I saw the message yet.
No, she hasn't solved it yet.
I'll go with my gut next time and make sure. Is there anything else? that
Okay,
you think-
so it's not that. I must have looked after something walked on it. Okay. Oh, that's why.
Always worry that it's secretly me that made a mistake, but I feel like it wasn't. She wasn't.
Sorry about
There
that.
we go.
No worries. It happens.
Nope, you should feel bad. I feel bad for you, and everybody's making fun of you behind your back. That's how I feel every time I make a mistake. Ritual
And that's why
Ranger.
Morale doesn't watch your stream.
Well, I mean, we all self-flagellate here.
All right, use whatever buff burst you have for this part. We'll need to save some for the end fight, but this is one of the more important parts. Wow, this thing's going down fast. Nice.
You said you wanted all the buffs, right?
Oh yeah, that thing went down super fast.
Sounds good, Black.
Nope, you did great. Nobody died, and we got it down fast. So great job, Buckets.
And we practiced a bit of dancing.
Not
This
bluff
one
below.
is not. Yeah. Yeah. Now this puzzle is the one I was trying to do earlier.
We all had that one in our brains. Like 3 of us went there.
No, I mean, like, literally I was doing the solution for this one on the other one.
Jump.
Okay, that thing walked on my puzzle.
Yeah, I don't... For whatever reason, I don't ever think of DDO as a competition game.
Alright, we're gonna take the unicorn down first.
So it's just how I think. It's not that kind of game. I don't mind there having competition
If we
aspects
do it
of
all
the game.
fast enough, we won't have to dance.
So I'm confused. Do you want me to buff or not? Because I'm like all about the dance life.
Yeah, so we're just gonna there's a giant, but we're gonna take down this unicorn that spawns right about where I am here. By
No.
Tesla Locator.
Like if I sing,
He'd rather dance.
The
Yeah.
unicorn's
if,
going
we,
to go up
if
here.
I don't sing, if I don't debuff, we get a dance, right?
Oh yeah, I prefer the debuffing.
Oh, so I like dancing. All right.
Alright, unicorn up.
Give these the stacks for the tank. Those are
Melee
easy to
surrounds you, it
replace.
just sort of like spins in a circle. Oh, tele-
When it doesn't, yeah.
There it goes, spinning around.
Dead.
That was fast. For this guy, you want to be on the right back leg. One, I believe.
Yeah, I guess it's the opposite of the other one, right?
And that is it.
Wow, that was fast. That was good.
Well, it's triple DPS with Bard debuffs.
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, like I think we have to dance about half the time on this part, or probably more. I mean, and probably a lot of that's just it's distorted by the fact that when Java's here, we don't have to dance.
How
Yeah,
about
without
you
a
guys?
without a debuffer, I think we almost always have to dance.
To be honest, this is the first time we danced in a long time.
Oh yeah,
And I was there.
I know,
What
much
was
shame.
that?
Mine.
Yeah.
Well, I also ran to the wrong thing, so it took me like an extra, I don't know, 20 seconds to bluff the guy. Sumo, what's up, Bubba? How you been, man? TR level
Yeah,
9,
well,
10,
that
11?
was, and I sort of knew we didn't get it, but convinced myself we did, and that was I should have just stuck to my guns and say we definitely didn't get the puzzle. But there, because we should have just looked at it, right? We would have seen it wasn't even, and then we would have known.
So,
that
Yeah,
was my
even in
bad.
our objectives, it was still saying to balance the stones, right?
15? Good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
and
good
I was
time.
sure it had worked because I heard a dring.
Samus
you
is
know, the sound it
almost
does-
Yeah.
the little
30,
cling
so
it
we're
does
going to be
when
ready
you're
to
done with
TR
it, so-
over the weekend, maybe? And hopefully start leveling on Tuesday again. So we'll be gone Monday. Until late, probably. Maybe have a little stream on Monday. Maybe we do a TR stream on Monday, and that's it. Like a late. Have a trip this weekend, we think. So I wrote down some numbers, and with a 50% pot running, if you don't have to get your, like, if you did the 14 runs for the keys, is what it took me to get all my keys. With a 50% XP pot running, first time bonuses, and you do them at 5 over or whatever, it's just over 2.5 million experience points.
When did they change it so your runes and your threads loot when you hit loot all?
Today.
Yeah, I think so.
As part of the
They're actually fixing shit.
the drop rate.
Well, that's more of a quality of life, right?
Alright,
Things
cool.
roll. Bottled rainstorm D125 high.
Especially in Shroud where there's so many ingredients. You know, you have to loot one by one.
What is it?
Nice.
It's a bottled rainstorm. Quench
125 high
set
again.
full power of Frozen storm. Quality power of the frozen storm. It's a cold and electric spell power.
I don't think I'm interested in that. Hang on a
Nobody's
second.
gonna roll on it.
Oh, I already have it. No, I'm not rolling on it.
So I have a Valorous the Flameblade. If anyone is looking for it, let me know. Otherwise, I tempted to keep it for a cosmetic. I feel like this is gonna look sweet. But if someone's gonna put it to work, I will give it to them. So speak now if you're gonna put it to work. Nobody?
Say, if anyone is looking for the Esper Shadowblade, this
It's
is my
bad?
main and I
Perfect.
often
Does it look good?
all kinds of weapons.
That's all I
and
care
stuff
about.
'cause I'm doing lots of lives.
Esper's good for a debuffer
Aww.
on the cheap version too.
It just looks like the stupid flame blade. Whatever, we're gonna play with it.
If you're a rogue or a ranger or something like that, the Constricting Nightmare is a nice extra little oomph.
I want to hold on to that one.
Alright, yeah.
That's a really high roll I got.
Not taking loot out of anybody else's pocket. Take my own shit for
you.
cosmetics. Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought. That's why I wanted to get it, because I like the idea of the flame blades. I think with some cosmetic upgrades, we might be able to make something cool. What's this thing?
Take care.
Oh,
Thank
this
you
is
for
definitely
the
going
time.
in.
No problem. Thank you. It was actually kind
You
of
did a
fun
great
to
job.
get before I changed.
Yep. Thanks everybody. Great job.
Alright, I think...
Don't forget to turn in your quest.
Snowshoe racing this
Thanks
winter?
for hosting, Rand. Another wonderful night.
I don't think I have any of that on
Yeah,
tap.
really good run. Thanks everybody.
I'll put that on somewhere. Let's put our stuff away. And then,
Fix it for
have a good night. Have a good night.
Night.
Here, let's just do it like this. Ba-ba-da-ba. We'll just... Hey, if you guys decide you want to go ahead and run that shroud again to help get that item put together, let me know. Samus could use a bunch of semi-easy XP.
What kind of timers does that take?
The big one. It's a legendary quest.
Legendary. Legendary shroud, so it should be a great time.
I am going to reset my client, but I don't think I'll be up for it tonight.
It's all good. Again, if you're really excited for nonsense, there's like a Yeah, next week I probably won't be doing
Who
raids.
isn't excited for nonsense?
Well, I am mostly nonsense. No, this only can go in an orange slot? What kind of commie bullshit's that? Oh, good. Discord's fucked up again.
What is it, just Magicka or what?
Yeah, just Magicka. It's only an orange slot.
Yep. Yeah, it's like a Meridian fragment type thing.
Yeah, well, I've got a purple slot and a red slot. This is malarkey. Put that shit in there.
You need more slots.
I guess. Just to rip open some new slots, I suppose. Alright. This will be... Fuck you, Discord. Alright, this will be good debuff to add, I think, though. If I can find a place to put it. It can't go over here, right? Because even if it did, offhand weapons don't actually attack. But this just doesn't go anywhere. Alright, well, I'm going to go ramble at the chat. You guys have a great night. If anyone ever decides they'd like to join us, you're welcome to do so. You guys have a wonderful night.
Good night.
Alright. Let's get back over in Home Sweet Home. Turn off these malarkey. Push to talk nonsense. Alright. Welcome back, everybody. Put that closed down. Dang. That did not go too bad tonight. Couple of little things here and there that we can clean up. Our runes are looking good. Right? We're creeping up to 2,000 of the Artie and the Lord of Blades runes. We 17 for the demigods. There's a little bit of huts, but the ones that we're kind of struggling with a little bit, we're just not running at all, right? But I don't know if we care. I'm gonna have to look at this other gear at some point. All right. Yeah, I think we look okay. Since we happen to be on Java and we know that Samus can take advantage of these, we'll go ahead and throw these over here for now. Nope, not that room. Over here for now, just because we know that Samus can use them and it'll be a nice little upgrade for Samus to put those on. Samus can take that as well. This is going to be another one of those lights where Samus, like... Oh, wait, we don't have this, do we? You just get them all. I'll eventually get around to working on more things, but this is the rotation that easily distracted folks are using. Which is all I've been going off of, really. This seems like a... If you're on the Solana server, I guess I should just do a little ad for them, actually. Because it's a pretty awesome little community that they have going on here. But anyone can join on the Solana server. And basically what happens is they use their Discord to fill up first. And that's where the voice chat is, right? So if you look... When they have open slots, they put a link to their Discord in there, but you can always just ask someone, they'll give you a link to it. And then you can look in here, find this calendar, and see what's going on. Again, Wednesdays and Saturdays, there are no other raids going on. I will potentially be running something on Wednesdays in an unofficial type manner. Obviously, I won't always be high enough level to actually make it mean something, but this is a really great way to get some easy raids in if you're new to DDO, or you're new to raiding, or you're just on Solana and you're not sure how to like get into the raiding community. Easily Distracted is probably the best way, in my opinion, on the Soluna server to do that. That's pretty chill. You saw me. The first couple of weeks when I was still working on Java and I was telling them, hey, my plan is to get a debuffer and do this and that and whatnot, they're like, sure, no pressure, whatever. And those first handful of the raids or whatever were real bad, right? Like, they were super not good. I'm going to turn this off. I'm tired of listening to that already. But it was difficult. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that I didn't know the raids, right? And I could have done the right thing and like went and watched some videos. Like I could watch StreamTom or Voodoo or anybody really could have probably assisted me quite a bit with you know what, I'm just gonna take all this stuff, all this junk like this and dump it over here. And we're just gonna make Samus go full ham, I think. Anyway, I've really impressed with the way that the Easily Distracted folks handle situations. They handle things really well, even when things start to go poorly. I think it's just well done, well-rounded, ran well, and therefore is very, very good. I cannot recommend the ED raids to people more. I would love to have the problem where we have to run 2 sets of raids for everything of raid. I'd love that to be the problem. So if you're on the Soluna server, look for the Easily Distracted Discord. Anyone will give it to you basically. All you have to do is ask, and be happy to get it to you. All right, with that, let's take a level. We have the white screen of Doom over here where we're waiting for the client to respond. There we go. Our last Warforged life. That'll be nice. What's going on over here in the chat? Or am I? All right. So we picked up that epic level that we were kind of interested in. So that's cool. Let's snag a mental picture of this. Click. All right. The epic warding is good. 10 MMR and PR is good. Don't know if it's enough to actually matter in my world right now, but we want dire charge. Well, we already kind of have like a dire charge type effect. Like we have wings. I like this idea of like if they hit or miss you, they fall down. It's pretty good. Okay. Something that I realize all the time that I never do on Samus, and I probably should, is I should spend these Reaper points. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Actually, we may not want that even. We like this, though. This mono strength guy. Is this how we want those to be spent? What's awesome? No. I'd like 2 points. I wish there was another place to put a point in this damn tree besides this. This makes 0 sense. Like, you're never going to do... Like, the first point's fine because it's another charge, right? But the second point is useless. And then we're 1 point too little to... And then this is level 30. Oh, we can take this now, right? Lame. Alright, I guess that's the best we're going to get for now. That can't... It literally showed me 2 points left at the end. Yeah, it's showing 2 points. What 2 points do we... Here's all that melee power. Alright, how's our melee power? 128. Boost to almost 200. That's close. What is our boost number? What are we looking for? A little bit higher. A little bit higher now. I don't think we're gonna play anymore tonight, like actively. I would have done a Shroud if people were sticking around for that, but I think we'll probably peace out. We should have an easy level 30 tomorrow, assuming that we get on to actually get some stuff done tomorrow. We might even get a TR done, or TR in. That seems unlikely that we can get both done. But if we can get capped tomorrow, then we can take a look at some other stuff for sure. I want to take a deep dive into builds for potential builds for the hardcore server. I want to take a deep dive into some other things. Yeah, I'm not quite ready to leave yet, Thokgar, but it won't be super long. It'll probably take me a few minutes to get this gear on. But we are definitely in the wind down stage of the evening. Alright, so this version of our layout no longer has a set bonus because we don't have the right soul. We don't have the epic Umber soul. Where does that come from? Hey man, I'm glad you came along, Hunter. Thanks very much, man. I always enjoy having fun with playing with the viewers. Looking pretty seriously at Fleshy Melee Artificer for hardcore. So this is my fantasy right now. And I'm gonna pull this up over here. Because I don't think I have a good plan. But what I want is a Warlock type AoE DPS for trash. Because there's just not that many bosses in heroic levels. Right? You always run with them on Thursday? That's good. I really love the ED group. They really do a good job. If you listened to my ad earlier, you heard how much I really love them and what they're doing. I think they do a really good job for our server. And they should be really proud of that. But I would like to figure out a way to do a Warlock, but I'd like to have trap skills worked into it. And I'm thinking an Artificer, like some levels of Arty on a Warlock, might be good enough to do everything. Like, I feel like we can Renegade Mastermaker with some pretty interesting shit and still be, like, pretty high level Warlock if we want to be. But, as Beef pointed out earlier, what's the difference between running that and doing this in a Bard instead? Or something like that? And the answer is I've done that numerous times. I've not done a Warlock in a long time. It's just a class I haven't played with a lot. Which you were able to run on Fridays a lot. You've only ran with a couple of those guys once. Yeah, or raids once. I don't get to play on Fridays very often myself. I usually have work on Fridays. But I could get fired soon, and then I'll have raids available on Fridays again. No, that's not what we're hoping for at all. But I'm only kidding a little bit. The other thing I'm interested in is like a skilled monk. Again, by skilled I mean traps. I think a trapping monk would be okay. It's just, it makes it really difficult to do trapping in a meaningful way. So like monks don't get any real perks from being an artificer. They certainly don't get much in the way from rogues except for skills. I don't know. There's a lot of options, so we're going to be looking at them real closely, see if we can figure out what we want to do. That'll be fun and good. You did run that trapping monk last season. I think it's really strong. What are you trying to do with Warlock? You have 7 Warlock lives. I don't know why, but I have the feeling that Warlock is going to be extremely strong for this next hardcore season. And I have my Warlock lives also. But I feel like even if you don't go Aura build, right? If you just go other things, you can pick up a lot of nice defenses, right? You could do brutal spellcasting or whatever if you want to. But in Soul Eater, one of these. So like, I have the feeling that at the end of the day, at some point, I'd want to switch over to Orlock, but I kind of just want to go Cone. Cone as a Renegade Mastermaker. So I think I'm going to have to like roll up a test character and just see if it even works. I don't know. I just feel like some of these things work together really nicely and have strong powers for taking care of people. Like, I feel like Renegade Master Maker works well with, is it this one? Yeah, like Staunch does a really good job of like helping you stay alive. Feign Health does a really good job of helping you heal people even in weird situations. The problem is that I'm not sure how you get enough stats in a situation where you can do all the things, right? Because you're looking for intelligence, charisma, and constitution for these kind of builds. Plus, if you're going to get away with like actually doing real trapping, you also need to have some dexterity and whatnot. So, I don't know. It's a little weird. You have a new life. You're running with static group. You use cone. That's kind of what I was thinking. Is just being able to run around with cone and then slam like a rune arm and whatever weapon in our hands, and then at some point transition off of cone and into aura, enlightened spirit. I don't know. I just feel like enlightened spirit, renegade master maker go together. So I ended up doing, I don't know if you looked at my hardcore server build from last season, but I really thought it did a good job for what I wanted to do. I don't want to do that again, but it was a strong build for the hardcore, for sure. Like, if you're down, if you're down for a really, and I really do mean a really strong build, right, for hardcore, I'd recommend this one. This thing did some crazy work, this hardcore. This is definitely on my short list for extremely strong builds for hardcore. Here it is. 13 Druid, 4 Warlock, 3 Barbarian. This thing was a house. I'm like half tempted to actually cap this thing out, but I don't know what I'd do with it. I can't. It's not. It would take me forever to turn this thing into a proper tank. Maybe I should, just to see what happens. But we're 24. We have pretty reasonable everything. Our DPS isn't great because we're using like this Ethereal Dwarven Axe. Or we're using the Vorpal Dwarven Axe. Where is it at? It didn't have DPS, but it had staying power like nobody's business. Where? Oh yeah, it randomly has a Sword of Shadows, by the way. Where is it? Here it is, the Drow Hunter Axe. The Drow Hunter Axe is how we basically got through the hardcore. It does use con for damage. I'll pull up the various charts. There's a series of videos and I don't know if there's a write-up, but there's a whole bunch of stuff on my YouTube channel about it. Including a full breakdown, why, everything. You should request opposite and go glass cannon. So, the reason that I want to just take people up to 20. Or not 20, up to the 5,000 favorite or 20 or whatever. Right? That's the goal. So yeah, we're con to damage over here. And again, this is just using like Sharn gear right now, right? Nothing here is super high level. I lied. I have a Voice of the Master. Cloak of the Mimic level 20. Wrappings level 20. Level 11 ring on my finger. That's probably not supposed to be there all the time. Level 21. 21 glove boots. Yeah. So like, it just kind of gives you an idea of what kind of power we're getting out of this. Let's turn on our Warlock Aura. So we have 174 PRR, 104 MMR. We have 2,334 hit points. Again at level 24. Our damage is not insane. 2d3 times a d10 plus 46. But things can hit us a long time. Oh, also, how's our... I thought our dodge was also okay. No, our dodge is crap. But this build, to show you... This build earned its 20 Reaper points on the hardcore server. And we didn't earn them all at the end. We earned them along the way. A lot of them. Oh, no, it's not here yet. Season 4 will be a little bit different. There's my companion. My little doggo with his hat on. With his little hat on, his goof butts. Little goof butts. Yeah, I really like this build. I thought it did a great job on the hardcore. And I would... If I thought there was a strong need to tank more, I would consider building this, like, putting this back in active condition or whatever. Which really would just be leveling. Right? All I have to do is level this thing back up. What can I buy there? What can I buy where? Over here? Your favorite build was a tank in Season 2? So here's my problem. I liked playing it, but I felt like it was totally stressful all the time. And then if you watch if you watched when I died on the hardcore server on the first run through of this build, like, it was the perfect storm to kill it. Right? The hardcore vendor? I don't think there's a hardcore vendor. This guy, though? You can just request your rewards, basically. I have all the favor rewards, I did all the things this year. Most of the seasons, I didn't do the 20 pets, but I did everything else. This is the first year that I did the 20 pet. So, like, you can get your Reaper horses, you can get your various Reaper cosmetics, that kind of stuff. Alright. Is this enough? Do we call it an evening? I said I cannot... Oh, look at this. I bought the skin for the my character off of the hardcore. That's what I did with all my fragments. Get off of my drink, you piece of ass. What do you get me for the Reaper wings? Let's see, you get eyes, and you get Wings, eyes, and what? I don't know. Yep. +2 con augment will be really nice. We ended up running... We made a mistake, and we had someone click in at level 29 or something instead of 35. So one run, we ended up getting, I think, 51 of the caramels or something instead of the 60 I think we need. So I need 9 more caramels or something to be able to make a +2 con augment. So we'll probably do that pretty soon for Java. We'll worry about Samus's various ones later. Alright, so glowy eyes. Oh, some pet. I didn't even know these were options, to be honest. Alright, some sort of pet, and then the various wings. Which, if people want, we can do wings next life, too. I mean, if people have an idea for wings, that'd be fine. Alright, everybody. With that, I think I'm going to do one last thing. I'm going to check this LFM to see if there's not something like sweets. Nah. We can just turn in. It blows, it's a pet. You need to get plat up. Yeah. I mean, plat's not that hard to come by if you... after a certain point. In my opinion, your primary plat sync is heal scrolls and stuff and transporting scrolls. So when you get to the point where you don't need as much in the way of healing, then you're pretty much set. Alright, Hunter, you have a good one, my friend. Thanks again for hanging out. I'm probably going to get out as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow. We really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream and like to help us out financially, patreon.com/Samus is one of the best ways to go. 92% or something of the donation actually makes it in. So if you kick $3 my way, I'm going to come away with like $2.50 some cents. And that's a pretty great way to help us out. Alright, man, you have a great one. We'll see you probably in the morning. Alright, everybody, have a wonderful night.